Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special broadcast. We're live here from the BPL studios in some place on the internet. We've got the B-League qualifiers today. I'm very excited to be here with my casters, which you'll see in a little bit. But hello, welcome. We've got playoffs. It's happening. This is been very stressful behind the scenes, as I'm sure you're all aware. We have group stages tomorrow, and who knows how that's going to work. So we'll be there soon. Thanks everybody for the hype train. We had BP with the 4 months. Wow. Mark Kitty for the gift acceptor Azzy. And a gift acceptor Ninja Monkey. Thank you. I want to show you a little bit about B-League. So if you aren't aware, we've had the B-League tournament, which has just been running alongside our main tournament of the A-League. This is what the B-League standings look like at the end of their regular season, which finished last weekend. You can see we have a very nice look at that standing. Isn't it beautiful? Like everyone is like on their own level. Like it's like 605, 140. Beautiful. You love to see it. But we have a little bit of a problem because we have a weird number of teams. We need to know A, who's the best in B League, and B, who's going to get to playoffs. So we have a bracket that we are doing now. Daydream already have a bye because we have 7 teams, so they get a bye into this first round, so they'll be playing in the semifinals. But we have our quarterfinals, and that's what's going to be happening today. Also to note is that we're not going to be playing the quarterfinals and the finals. Sorry, let me rephrase that. We're not going to it's like I'm not professional at talking. We are not going to be playing the semifinals or the finals of B Leagues until at least after playoffs. It's going to be postponed for now because we had to crunch everything down, that it's not been possible to schedule this well. For example, you were going to do this Thursday, Friday, but then there was only like one of the 4 games that was possible because of team scheduling. So that's what we're doing. So today we are doing those 3 games on the left. We're doing Vector Matrix Interns, Fortnite Pancake Seal Squad, and Surge Academy Super Bold. Now the winners of all those 3 matches will then make it into the group stage. Okay, so this has a lot. This is the last game in the league for 3 teams today. And 3 of the 6 teams will go home. The other 3 will make it to group stage. So it's going to be, there's a lot riding on this for a lot of teams. And I'm very excited to share all of these teams with you here on the mainstream. Just as a note, we are still working on the scheduling for groups. That's tomorrow and Sunday. It's going to be crazy. We have 20 matches that we're doing in a weekend. So just as I'm sure you're aware, the scheduling is very, very difficult. We are looking at as many options as we can to make it as clean as we can. So be patient, and we're going to try and finish the schedule tonight after the stream. So obviously apologies for it being late, but obviously we've had to, change our playoffs course to make this as efficient as we can. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It means that we lose 3 teams today and 10 teams in groups. So after Sunday, we'll be down to 10 teams in the BPL. Interesting. So just one more time, this is the bracket. We'll be starting today with Fortnite Pancake versus Seal Squad. This is, if I'm not mistaken, seed 3. Fortnite Pancake 3rd in B League. I think that's right. Almost like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Fortnite Pancake is 3rd versus Seal Squad, who are in 6th right now. Then we have Surge Academy versus Super Bowl. Surge Academy are the 2nd seed, so they're the highest in this section, versus Super Bowl, who are in 7th. And then we have a pretty juicy game of 4th v 5th. That's Vector Matrix versus Interns. That'll be coming up at the end of the day, which also reminds me that actually this doesn't even show it right. I was going to throw it to the casters, but realized it's showing the wrong games entirely. That would not be ideal. Let me click that button, and then boom. Fortnite Pancake vs Seal Squad is coming up first. So in fact, let's just get into it. Let's hand you over to our casters for these first 2 games, which is Draketon and Jace.
Hello everybody, welcome to the B League group stage. We're going to be going through Fortnite Pancake versus Seal Squad today, and then we're also going to have Super Bowl versus Surge Academy. It's going to be a good night of bad patch from our league. It's my first time casting with Jay, so why don't you take over for a second?
Yeah, will do. As I said, I'm back on my preferred role as Color. my guys see me do a bit of play-by-play, but I'm super excited to be back on the BPL and covering the B League. In particular, the second game I'm going to be a bit invested in. As if some of you guys don't know, I am helping out as a coach for Resurge and more particularly Surge Academy. So I'm going to be interested to see how those guys are progressing. We've got, I believe, number 2 versus number 7. We've got number 3 versus number 6. So there is upset potential. However, there's a likelihood that just the way the seeding, we could potentially see an exit for both of those teams at the bottom in Super Bowl. And okay, the name has blanked me. Brilliant. Okay.
Steel Squad.
Steel Squad, yes, that is it. But still, it's going to be an interesting cast. I've not casted B League. Obviously, I know the quality is a bit lower than the main roster, than the main league, but nonetheless, it's still something I'm looking forward to seeing the progression, seeing how people operate at this level of the game. So it can be a whole other sort of world apart from even the stuff that I'm used to casting.
Yeah, and it looks like both teams are ready, so we should be getting into this match fairly soon. But again, this is the B League. One of these teams will be moving on into the semifinals and finals. So going to be looking to see which one of them comes out on top. We're going to be going into the first map of Lijiang Tower here. I believe that was picked by Fortnite Pancake. So it's going to be an early map pick for them. Lijiang, one of the most iconic control maps, a lot of loot potential, fire potential, a whole lot of different comps that can be run here. So going to be looking to see how each team approaches this map.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Ryan Zarya, absolutely a classic. You can run it on all 3 points, very comfortable for both teams. If they want to play dive, if they want to dare to go towards the more advanced double bubble, that is also absolutely fine. So we're going to be starting off on control center. I'm going to be very standard comps. I assume both teams will kind of just, okay. Ooh, are we starting on control center? I think we are, yes. Okay, perfect. I panicked there for a second. Yeah, I'm going to be starting off control center. As I was saying, both teams going to likely just be defecting over to this brawl here and just going with a very standard comp. We may see a bit of sim, we may see a bit of junk. Who knows as these champions are locked in.
Yeah, and it's looking like just Ren Zarya coming out from both teams. Pretty much has been the standard meta comp for a bit now. Ryan recently buffs that 50 HP, and all the other tanks have been nerfed down, so where Ryan is a little bit more powerful here, especially in the right hands. Pretty standard composition coming out from each team. One team opting into the junk, the other opting into Symmetra. Those compositional differences could be significant here. I think the Junkrat is a bit more successful, but that Symmetra gets you to point first.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to get to point first and then get the wall advantage. It's going to be interesting to see, actually. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Wall goes down. It's going to be a point rotation for Fortnite Pancake.
Yeah, Fortnite Pancake going to be rocking out on this Junkrat, trying to get some spam damage in early. Immortality Field already forced out, but Creamskull's been taken down by Cute White Boy. Very early pick off onto a significant support there. That speed is so valuable. Spooky is going to fall in return. Cute White Boy already has 2 in this fight, and it's looking like Steel Squad is going to be wrapping up this fight. The lower seed taking the first point.
Yeah, there we go. The hero's story, the run through the bracket of dreams, the lowest seed, they are not phased by it, and that's going to be a very quick cap for Steel Squad going over. Cute White Boy, nice name by the way, going to net himself 82% on the Shatter, but more importantly, Bunny going to be getting this window to come up as well, and this window is going to be so crucial. Baptiste's so strong in this comp.
Yeah, Bunny able to set up that window. If a well-placed Fire Strike can get through, hit some squishies, that's going to be taking down one, or at least getting a couple kills, but Fire Strike goes out. Skybeam's going to be taking down the Junkrat on the end. So now it's just going to be down to a 5v6 here. The main DPS is out. Blizzard is built up. That could be a win condition. Somehow Spooky has overtaken Cute White Boy and ult charge, but both teams getting a lot of their ultimates online here. Is going to be the Shatter coming out. May also dropping the Blizzard as well. Cute White Boy is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Is not going to be able to get off the Shatter before he's taken down by Superb. It's going to be Fortnite Pancake taking this point around with a solid 3 kills in this fight. Good charge by Spooky onto Skybeam, just trying to build up more ult charge. He's already 35% to his next Shatter, and with the assist of that Graviton Surge from Superb, I mean, that could be enough to get them another Shatter before Cute White Boy can get his off.
Yeah, really solid fundamentals there from Fortnite Pancake on the brawl. They stayed composed, they stayed calm, they used the window, they had that lamp forced early, but they did not panic as now Grav Dragon comes in. It's going to be all about that lamp, and that gets everyone with the Fire Strike. Really clean, quick, simple combo. Seal Squad are going to flip this any second now, I believe, only committing the 2 ultimates, and they're going to have this mail to go as well for this further hold. So this is potentially panic stations here for Fortnite, Pancake, and Seal Squad. Look to close out this first round with those important ultimates.
Yeah, Seal Squad with 4 ultimates. That if they use those well, they could hold on for the rest of this fight, or the rest of this round. Grav comes out early, Beat comes out, but not in time to save Bunny. He is going to be taken down in a massive fire fight. In the Grav, 2 ultimates yet again. It will be enough to get Fortnite Pancake back in control. Beat was dropped by a Seal Squad. They're going to have 3 ultimates to take it back with 84% left, or 84% capture.
So that's some Cuva watch, ladies and gentlemen. Both Gravs coming out in the space of 2 separate fights from Bogus and Superb, respectively. As we're in a mirror situation now, Catmom on the main going to be getting the opportunity to go with their Blizzard any second here as well. But Bunny got lot of value, so much value out of that first window, and they're going to look to do it again right here. Good shatter. That's so many people down on the floor.
Yeah, that shatter should just be enough to win this. Spooky trying to get some space for the rest of his team, but is going to be slowly taken down. He dropped the shatter himself, I believe. White Boy getting the better there. Bunny's somehow going to fall, but it shouldn't be too impactful in this fight. May is still alive, but there's not really much he could do other than potentially touch. Now rounding that 86% mark. Seal Squad have 2 ultimates left to hold this point.
Yeah, potentially penultimate fight, but it's been interesting so far. 3 versus 6 seed. You wouldn't guess it. Very close, even actions. Now the mail comes in. That's potentially going to just be Catmom's life, but potential for Seal Squad to reinvest here is all. That's lamp forced really, really early.
Yeah, the lamp comes out to save Catmom, and that's enough to give them the time and space to get off that Blizzard. Is going to be the Skybeam dropping in the Dragons as well. It looks like Seal Squad are going to be taking this first round. That Immortality field was very important there. Catmom was caught in the middle of the team. As soon as she ice blocked Creamsicle, put in that speed boost, getting the rest of the team around that. Without the Immortality field, I don't think that fight gets won by...
No, absolutely not. That Immortality field came in so clutch, and Dalta's forward raised back of the hand emoji. Seal Squad out in full force, and they make a statement on round 1. As now we're going to be going into Night Market. They can elect to stay on this comp. Can Seal Squad? They look very comfortable with it. They look practiced with it. Hey, it doesn't matter what seed you are. If your Reinhardt's going to be hitting slams, if your May's going to be hitting chunky blizzards, then seed SR organization, it can all become irrelevant when we really let the idea of individual playmaking come through. So we're going to take a little bit of a small pause, champ, here.
Yeah, cool. Asking for the pause. So Fortnite Cake just trying to get something set up, I guess, probably some technical issues, but I think this map is where the sim is the most important. So I'd like to see Seal Squad pull it back out again. They did use it to get early point control. They did have the May. Taylor has been disconnected from the game, so that's probably what the pause was for. So Seal Squad, they have this 1-0 lead. If they're able to take this next round, I think that could give them a lot of momentum, taking a 2-0 on Li Zhang, which was Fortnite Pancake's pick. I think that can provide a lot of momentum for them, and when you only have to win one more map, I think that momentum is very important.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Momentum at this elo, I think, can actually be everything. We've all been in the ranked games where you've been, they've got an impressive time bank, and you've come out and absolutely decimated it, or you sort of picked up steam towards the end, and from there, it's a 5-minute time bank versus a 1-minute time bank, but you turn that 1-minute time bank into a full cap, into all 3 points of control. We see it at all levels across, and I think it's particularly where the game is naturally more snowball in this sort of diamond to gold sort of average player base division. I think snowballing is really, really prevalent, and it's really, really punishing. So, hey, they could ride it all the way through, and if they find a comp that they're comfortable on, Seal Squad, if they can run this comp, it is definitely one of the stronger ones at the moment. If it's something that they've practiced and they're comfortable on, then they're going to do damage. It doesn't matter that they are the number 6 seed at all.
Yeah, and I think important also is that, as with a lot of playoffs, there's a new patch, brand new playoff patch coming out every single time that important matches are coming up. So it could be, depending on who has a better grasp of the meta, who has like the better understanding of the heroes that are in the meta from a base level. A lot of it is flexibility, and in the early stages of a meta, it's going to come down to the teams that have that more experience on that Rhine, on that Zarya. White Boy has been getting some good plays on the Rhine, had an absolutely massive shatter to wing back that fight on the second to last fight on the first round of Control Center. And I think that even if Spooky was a better main tank player, I think that if the meta dictates that Ryan Zarya is what it is and Steel Squad has the better Ryan Zarya, it's going to be hard for Fortnite Pancake to adapt to that so early. There hasn't been a counter meta.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think an underrated and overlooked part of these broad comps is the support players, and this is one of the reasons that I think Baptiste is sort of shifting into the meta. On top of just being a completely over-kitted hero, ladies and gentlemen, he's so effective with the lamp, the passive burst, able to just spam so much healing out into a Reinhardt, which means that they can live as long as they want. They can free cleave onto the enemy when bubbles go down, if there is no bubbles, and they can do absolutely all they want. So having that ability to just cleave and get that damage down that comes from your support, just being able to sustain you, is incredible. And obviously the idea of being able to super jump over the wall, over the maze that come down, is one of the reasons why it's being played overall. The Bapt is, as I said, very, very useful in this comp. So versatile, essentially the Swiss Army knife of flex supports.
Yeah, this has also kind of been the first kind of brawl composition in a while where I think the Lucio has been preferred over the Brig. I think obviously Brig has been very powerful for a long time now, and it's finally switching back to where with the Mei, you kind of have to run the Lucio. I think you can punish on those walls, you can keep teammates out. I think a lot of this meta currently is down to the support line, and I think Bunny played very well. That Immortality Field, obviously setting up Catmon with the big Blizzard, was able to win them that fight, and I think right now you hit the nail on the head. It's going to come down to the individual plays of these players on these specific heroes. It's going to come down to who is the better, just raw Baptiste. The coordination isn't going to matter as much. It's a relatively newer meta, and I think the different takes on the meta is also interesting. Skybeam has been running that Hanzo as compared to the Junk, although the Junk might just be a pick by Fortnite Pancake because of the map type and Lijiang Control Center. That's kind of a Junk, one of the few maps you can run Junk on. So it's gonna be interesting to see as we go into different maps, will Steel Squad and Fortnite Pancake kind of adjust their DPS lines? I think that's the most flexible part of this composition, where you could slot in a McCree, you can slot in a Hanzo, slot in a Reaper. It is Reaper Friday, so we might see that coming out. But it looks like Taylor should be coming back into the game any second now. We will be unpausing, so we're going to be getting back into this match. Fortnite Pancake going to have to pull something out here on Lijiang, but I think they can do it. They're going to be running this Sim Junk, it looks like.
Yeah, so this Sim Junk could potentially be a TP and a swap to Reaper, but the thing with Brawl is I always find that the Lucio, the Reinhardt, and the Mei are always like the three core ones, and every other one kind of changes around each meta. That's going to be Sim mirrored TP out from both teams.
Yeah, both TPs coming in early, both teams brawling in the middle of this point, not really waiting for any middle engagements, already on the point. Benora is running the Junkrat here. He's able to take down an Immortality Field, and everybody is low. Skybeam's going to fall first. That TP is still up for both teams, but as Cute White Boy falls, this should be Fortnite Pancake taking a firm control of this first point. Turtle Shell also taking down port lineup. A tire already built up, but everybody's dead, so not entirely sure if that was necessary.
Yes, both Benora and Skybeam now resetting their root charges, but he put that entire incredibly fast. Did Benora on Fortnite Pancake so much spam damage from the Junkrat, they just didn't deal with it. Nice swap over, actually really like that from Bogus, throwing over to the Sigma to help deal with both of these DPS that are coming out from Fortnite Pancake over here. And they're going to have window though, so it could potentially be very, very scary. He's now going to push into so much spam damage. It's going to come through from that Sim and that Junkrat, and even the Zarya right clicks as well. So we go mirrored window from Bunny to start the fight. That's everyone on the floor though from Spooky. That's such a massive Shatters rating.
Yeah, Benora is going to be taken down by Skybeam, so it could be a potential turning point, but as the supports fall, and so does Catmom, I don't think it's going to be Steel Squad retaking the point. Fortnite Pancake coming out strong, Spooky with a big shatter, and I like the pick from Bogus to go over to the Sigma. I think that Superb has been having a really good game on the Zarya, but I'd honestly prefer to see a Diva against this composition, especially if you want to go through these tight rooms. The Shatter coming down, but Spooky has the Amp Matrix at his back. He's going to find 3 in that fight.
Shatter again.
Getting kills, and yeah, Spooky already has another Shatter.
Yeah, he's just free cleaving on them now. That's a pretty quick fight when they just walk into a Graviton Surge there with no ultimates available. That beat from Rising GDH only 83%. Potentially not even going to get this one before the round ends. If he gets picked off early, who knows? But now it's all on this DPS ultimates from Seal Squad. They have to win it, obviously. And they have to win it here to save this round. And one way they're going to be able to instantly generate a pick is with Tyre. If this doesn't get anyone, this is going to at least force out Lamps. It's going to put Seal Squad in potentially a really, really good spot. The Tyre goes up, it goes around, and it puts everyone solo.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people low, but it doesn't really look like anybody's in a position to follow up for Skybeam. Raising is going to... Oh, they see 9. Oh, my... White Boy barely at the edge of the point. Didn't touch in time. Fortnite Pancake was a very dominant comeback win there.
Yeah, making a statement there, 100-0. Shrugging off the internet latency there, problem from Taylor coming out in full force. Really clean work so far. It's been a story of Junkrats, I feel like, from so far. It's you live by the Junkrat, you die by the Junkrat, and they definitely lived by the Junkrat there for the side of Fortnite Pancake. So I'm going to be rolling in. We've seen Dive in the past on this map, but looks like both teams are just going to elect with the brawl. One thing I will say though is on the topic of the D.Va conversation, absolutely agree, Dre, that it is it's definitely the more optimal, the more valuable pick. However, obviously, if you've not played D.Va, and I can tell you as a D.Va player myself, very, very hard to run in a 2-2-2 brawl composition. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, and different rotations going to be coming out. It's going to be Bridge from Seal Squad, Fortnite Pancake taking that White Room approach. It's going to be Seal Squad getting this early point control just because of that route that they've taken. Bogus looking like he's gotten quite a bit of charge. Key abilities coming out. The Immortality is already out, wall out from both teams, but Raising has found a pick onto Taylor with a nice boop there. Now without the Mei, you don't really have that map control that you used to. Spook is going to get frozen, and that's kind of what you have to deal with against an enemy Mei when you have none. It's going to be Taylor,
Shatter already.
Cute White Boy, just absolutely massive shatter there. Is going to be Catmom picking up 2 off the back of it. They've already taken point control. Catmom with 3k there. And that's just a very good point take by Seal Squad. I think that point control that they gained from rotating Bridge was important there.
Yeah, they're able to just stick on point and effectively beg and dare Fortnite Pancake to walk into them. And sometimes, you know, it's been said that Lucio is technically a low-impact hero in Brawl. I would disagree, but it's definitely one of those, it's not a prime playmaker, but no one told Raising as he gets the boop onto Taylor to start that fight, I believe. So huge pick. That Mei's absolutely the best one you can get is these Dragons come in as Seal Squad. I don't know, look to play high tempo and press advantage. That's a huge one. And he gets him again.
Both Meis are down, but Spooky's found 2 already. So even though Raising is able to take care of that Mei twice in a row now, Fortnite Pancake are going to have enough momentum off the back of the window that it's going to be enough for them to take. They have accrued 50% of the point, but Seal Squad going to have to now retake point. They don't have that many ultimates left.
Yeah, that is unfortunately for the side of Seal Squad. That is a Jeff Bezos level of tax income in order to invest into that fight. Both teams putting so many ultimates, so many valuable blue ticks into that fight. But there we go. I believe it's the window grab fire strike from the side of Fortnite Pancake to rip it out. It's now going to be going with a window of their own, and that's the fire strike comes through the window, double damage onto Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor has been falling first every single fight, whether it's to Cute White Boy or the boops from Raising. But Taylor's got to stay alive here. I don't think they haven't built up their Blizzard yet. Catmom has theirs. Is going to be dropping it down as they fall low. This should be giving Seal Squad enough space to work with. Taylor going to be taking down Catmom. But it's going to be Seal Squad with the kills in their favor. Superb able to take down 1 before he leaves, but in the end, it's going to be Seal Squad taking control, and they have a pretty good. They have the grab available. They can get Shatter off.
Yeah, a bit messy. So Seal Squad gonna have point hold here, and I think if they recognize this, what they should do is they should just draw out this fight as long as possible, Dre. This is what they need to do. They need to build these ultimates to either win a late fight or to go next fight, essentially. You should know that Fortnite Pancake have a clear ult advantage. Maybe I wouldn't even invest the Graviton Surge here. Let's see what they decide to go for.
Yeah, Superb are going to be popping off the Graviton Surge early, but they cut off both healers. That's absolutely massive. Taylor's going to fall low, does get the Blizzard off before they die using that Ice Block. Is now going to be Turtle Shell and Bunny both popping their windows. Going to be Bogus down, doesn't even have a chance to pop that ultimate. Raising has almost gotten his beat, might use that to stay in this fight a little bit longer as they wait for their Zarya player to come back. Cute White Boy kind of giving up some space here, has fallen very low. Bunny now already a quarter to that next ultimate, but Spooky's going to take down Cute White Boy, maybe getting a bit too aggressive there. Spooky with the free shatter. Going to be slowly but surely it's going to be Fortnite Pancake taking this point. But like you said, they stalled it out so well, investing only one ultimate there.
Yeah, one ultimate with the Baptiste, and they're going to get 50% is Bunny to their next ultimate as well. And Window in this comp so low value because it just comes up off cooldown. It's almost up the same time that your lamp is up, ladies and gentlemen. Charges so incredibly fast in Brawl, especially with both Zarya's beaming each other at 90 plus energy. It's going to be lightning fast in that charge time, but really nice stall from Seal Squad. They got it to 99. Fortnite Pancake now with only one ultimate on the board against the 3 and likely 4, maybe 5 for Seal Squad. This is going to have to be a really good beat from Creamsicle.
Yeah, Creamsicle has the power to shut down a lot of ultimates. It's going to be the Grab Dragon coming out early. The beat popped in response to that. Mortality Field also coming out, but it's going to be Creamsicle falling first. Turtle Shell's built up his ult, but it's too little too late. 3 people have already fallen, but that's a big shatter from Spooky. Might be able to swing this fight. Is going to fall after 2 fall to his ultimate. But Benora is still able to kill Bogus. It's a 3v3. Both healers are still alive. Catmom now has that Blizzard. Might use that just to secure this team fight. It's going to be Superb back on the Wrecking Ball very quickly. Bogus also switching to that as well. Catmom still has the Blizzard. Has not decided to invest that quite yet. Fortnite Pancake still have control. Catmom now is going to use that Blizzard, and it's going to be up to the damage off the back of it. Benora has gone over to the Metro of all characters. Cute White Boy able to take down Turtle Shell, so now it's just down to the Lucio heals, and he's going to fall as well, so this should be a 1 team fight for Seal Squad, but Superb can still stall for pretty long. Is going to be taken down by Cute White Boy. He's picked himself up a 3k in that fight, I believe. Is now going to be all stall coming out from Fortnite Pancake, if they're even able to touch. Overtime is going to wind down, and nobody's going to be able to touch. Seal Squad taking a 1-0 lead over Fortnite Pancake with a very good Lijiang there.
I said it at the start of round 1. I'll say it again. Doubters, 4 weird, back of the hand. Apologies for ever doubting them. Seal Squad looked really clean on this brawl. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. They looked really clean. They looked very well practiced, well orchestrated. And Cute White Boy is with the help of Bunny in the back of his support line. They're playing this really well. In particular, I really liked the response from the Graviton Surge. When they got graved there was potential for them to back out and take a recontest at maybe 95, but almost the bravery to just window directly in front of the Graviton Surge and say, hey, if you want to shoot, if you want to swing on us through the Graviton, then we're going to blow you up with our own window. So it was a really, really ballsy play, really ballsy call from the Baptiste from Bunny there for the side of Seal Squad. And I think, honestly, they win the map off it. Just once they get that May onto point, no one was ever touching Catmom.
Yeah, I think Seal Squad really well executed there. The predictions for this map was 51-49 in favor of Fortnite Pancake. It was their map pick. Are going to lose that, so now it's going to be on them to pick yet again. So Seal Squad going to be back on the back on a map pick of Fortnite Pancake. They're going to have to win just one more of those. So if Seal Squad's able to carry this momentum, I know I've mentioned momentum a lot. It's kind of my thing, but Fortnite Pancake, they had a very good round there. I think the only really blowout match there was the one where Fortnite Pancake won. They took 100-0 on Night Market, but it was 99-99 pretty much on the other 2 rounds. So Seal Squad with the win, although I wouldn't say it's a very convincing win. They're not. No, I think that could have gone either way.
What I will say is I'll bring 2 things up before we go into the next map. Number 1, control can sometimes be very deceiving because of the way the ultimates work. If you win that first fight, you should naturally get it to around about 70% anyway, even if you get wiped, because what happens is you win that neutral fight, you then get ult advantage into fight 1. You'll generally use ult advantage in fight 1 to snowball that fight 1. So you've probably got yourself, you've capped the point, you've won that fight. So after those 2 fights, you're about 35% on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Then using that fight that you've won, using those ultimates, you potentially built up during the fight if it goes on long enough. And obviously when you have point control, you could dictate the pace of the fight, being the ones that are defending the objective. You can snowball that into 70% into 70% and then use those other ultimates that come up. You use 0 ultimates in the first fight. You build maybe 1 or 2 ultimates to use in that first fight. In that second fight, you use maybe 3 or another 2. And then from there, it can be really hard. You can kind of just snowball the pace of the game off that first neutral fight. But number 2, what I will say is, moving on to this map, is that Fortnite Pancake are going to elect to go over to King's Row. Is a lot of teams, when they are feeling maybe a bit upset and maybe a bit rattled, not saying that Fortnite Pancake are, but when they when they go down and when teams go down when maybe they don't expect to, or when they get map picked, I think a lot of teams tend to defer to Brawl maps. However, they've just been beaten on a Brawl comp. So it's going to be difficult to see how that plays out as now Fortnite Pancake going to have to really stake their claim here as they're going to be moving into the defensive point of Kinja. What do you think of these comps, Stray?
It's interesting seeing the Sombra come out. Fortnite Pancake are going to be running that on the defense here. There are a lot of health packs that you can hack, so you can get a lot of control. You can prevent healing in the at the statue and in the hotel and all the other buildings surrounding that. So I think there's a lot of map control to be gained from this Sombra, but I think you're also giving up a lot of that pick potential and damage that can be so important on this map. It's going to be the exact same comp coming out from Steel Squad. Only difference for Fortnite Pancake is going to be the Sombra. So going to be interesting to see how much value that can build, but if you can hold really solidly in the first fight, I think the Sombra will pay off.
Yeah, the Sombra are going to be on the high ground. It's going to be interesting to see how Lettuce plays here. It's definitely been subbed in, so clearly a fan of the Sombra pick. They can play front to back or land high value hacks. This Sombra is going to be able to run away with the game, but Steel Squad taking advantage of this pace, and this is 2 quick kills here.
Yeah, and that's the kind of downside that you get when you run the Sombra. You don't have that high pick potential compared to the Hanzo or even the McCree. So Skybeam just getting a lot more value there earlier, able to finish off a kill, especially on such a high value target as Baptiste, Mr. Chip being the first one to fall. It's going to be a very quick take for Steel Squad, and I think this is kind of hard to come back from. I think if you're Fortnite Pancake, you might want to consider potentially a comp switch, but they are going to get a wall off. And yeah, that could cut off Anarchy enough to get him killed, but is going to fall back to the safety of the rest of his team. It's going to be a big fight on this corner, as that's where both teams are setting up. It's going to be Spooky coming up on that Shatter, is going to get it any second now. Anarchy a little bit behind. This Shatter comes down.
Oh, it's died on the floor. Oh my, it's so big. Such a big Shatter from Spooky. That's one way to stop the momentum, and look at the percentage from Lettuce in that fight. He's a Leo Lettuce. I can't say that first half, so I'll just refer to you as Lettuce. I believe getting 50-60% ultimate charge. Definitely able to farm so much off that Shatter and able to play front to back. One of the pitfalls of Sombra is, particularly at this level, is when they spend too long in the backline looking for the high value hacks. In this comp, in Brawl comp, it's always about that EMP. Stay in your front line, stay around your healers, just stay with your Reinhardt, go on the off angle every now and again, but just hyper farm that EMP. And Lettuce has got it, so this could be a very nasty fight here for Steel Squad.
Yeah, they do have the potential of the EMP Graviton Surge. Are going to pull out the EMP Surge. Somehow Anarchy not caught in it. It's going to be a 4-man outside of that, though. Anarchy can be able to take down Laws. Blizzard coming out as well. A lot of ults being invested here. Is going to be looking like Fortnite Pancake are coming out on top, even though Anarchy was able to get the early kill off the back of that Shatter. And again, he's already 50% to another one. The Grav and the EMP, the 2 biggest ults that they committed there, they're already halfway to it again. And Bogus hasn't even built up.
They snowballed it so fast. Bogus, as you said, not managed to get that Graviton Surge up. A bit of an overinvestment from Fortnite Pancake, however. They do end up winning the fight, so not too bad. They're going to get the Stout onto the Baptiste, so that's no lamp down nose. Look at how split the tanks here on the side of Steel Squad just by this Sombra alone.
Yeah, Spooky has another Shatter, is going to drop it down. Only able to find 2 this time. Anarchy turning at the last second is going to be enough to get Skybeam out of the fight, though, so no Dragon available. Spooky with a big Fire Strike through to take down Bunny as he committed that ultimate. And this is looking like a different team out of Fortnite Pancake than we saw in that first point. And just executing so well, using only 1 or 2 ultimates to win a fight. And they built up 4. Spooky almost has another.
Yeah, really well played from Fortnite Pancake to accelerate their own ultimates, as they really heavily invested, 2 fights ago, but they managed to win that one just off great fundamentals, and the Shatter comes through, but so many blue ticks available here for Fortnite Pancake. Steel Squad do have that Grav Dragon combo of their own, though, so it's going to be all about who goes first with these ultimates here, I think.
Yeah, Flaws' beat is going to be big. Bogus going to be dropping it first, but it's 6-man.
Everyone in the EMP. 6-man Shatter as well.
The EMP fighting all 6, you can't really do much about that. They do commit the Grav. Steel Squad commit the Grav. A little bit potentially of an overinvestment using 4 ultimates there from Fortnite Pancake. When you get a 6-man EMP, I don't think you need to commit nearly as much as they did, but there's not going to be the Grav Dragon combo, and you're kind of running out of options here if you're Steel Squad. You either wait for that Grav again from Bogus, or you try to set up a Shatter. a Shadow Dragon or a Blizzard Dragon, and it's just not as impactful, are going to be going with the Blizzard Dragon. They Fortnite Pancake are investing that window as well. Grav comes out as well from Curve. He's building it so quickly. Spooky just trying to swing in, get some ult charge. Nobody has died yet. Bunny now is going to be popping their window as well. Lots of abilities coming out. Nothing has really happened out of it. So a lot of ultimates used and no value really gained. Spooky going to be shattered though. Anarchy going to be hacked. So Spooky now going to be taken down. It's looking like Fortnite Pancake are finally running out of their luck. Steel Squad are able to get 2 kills early in that fight. It was a big shatter from Anarchy, and that's really what set his team up for success.
Yeah, Ultimate's been matched back and forth, and it can get very, very messy when target focus is a bit off, when people panic a bit. The overinvestments can come in, but overall, I think Fortnite Pancake having that shatter there, sorry, Seal Squad there, having the shatter from Anarchy to end that fight, just being that one last ultimate that Fortnite Pancake were unable to match. Is now they're going to go in here with this Mayolt Superb, going to be going really aggressively into the backline. Isolates from his Reinhardt though.
Oh, the shatter is going to be canceled by the freeze. Catmom able to get the freeze off right before Spooky drops the hammer, but it's not going to really matter that much. The grab came out, and that was enough to get P2 kills. That's going to be a clean fight win there, and this is the last place you want to stall out. You're nearly at point B, and Steel Squad now, they don't have that many ultimates online, and Fortnite Pancake, now with a minute left to hold, have 4 of their own, only missing those tank ults.
This is potentially penultimate, if not the final fight, depending on how Fortnite Pancake play it. And they have EMP and Blizzard. I think it would take something miraculous for Fortnite Pancake to be able to throw this and not to be able to hold point B here.
Yeah, I think Sinek can't get caught out by the EMP. He has to stay alive to beat for that Blizzard. If he's caught in that EMP, I think it's going to be pretty much over unless Bunny can survive and get the Immortality field out. Is going to be the early wall coming out from Mr. Chip just to try and create space for the team. So I'm just going to be the back line a bit, but is going to be forced to TP out. Now it's going to be the window coming out from Bunny to try and create some space for his team. Is going to be successful in doing so. They've taken this corner. Blizzard coming out. They're going to have to potentially beat to respond as everybody's pushing forward. Dragon's coming out. That could be big. Is able to find Mr. Chip. He falls early in that fight. Catmom going to be traded out. Shatter and EMP coming out. And it looks like Fortnite Pancake are going to hold on to this fight. Despite losing Mr. Chip early, they're going to drop in the grab from Bogus, but it's not gonna be enough. Synek and Synek's pretty much the only one left alive on point, and Bunny as well, but they're gonna be taken down. It's a very good hold for Fortnite Pancake.
There we go. It rolls down. The overtime wick burns. It expires. The candle is extinguished, and sometimes it can be easy. And from a color caster perspective, you can just kind of look at that fight and go, Cuva watch, ladies and gentlemen. That was initially my first reaction, but you still need to execute those ultimates. I think the beat from Floors very well timed. They didn't layer their DPS ultimates. They staggered ultimates out that fight. I think there was always, there was like a 10-15 second interval between both ultimates coming down. So really good macro from Fortnite Pancake to understand that if we just use the ultimates here one at a time, Seal Squad are never going to be able to match us, and they're just gonna lose to the overwhelming force of having to run into 3 or 4 ultimates one after the other. It's just so many resources that get burnt, and no team down ult advantage can ever keep up with it, Dre.
Yeah, and I think the DPS picks are kind of what's setting them apart, Fortnite Pancake apart from Steel Squad here. Both of their DPS ults are pretty much win conditions in and of themselves. There's not really much you can do to counter a good placed EMP other than spreading out, but at a certain point you have to push up. So I think it's just really well played by Fortnite Pancake here, giving themselves a good win condition, and especially on that B point, the ability to just lose fights but also build up your EMPs so the next one you can win it. You don't have that on the first point as much, at least on defense. On offense, they're going to be able to play for this win condition of that EMP, and I think Sombra is such a powerful character, especially when everybody has to pick up.
Yeah, Sombra's so powerful, and just having a very clear win condition, but sometimes it can all that means. I think there's a real potential for people to overcomplicate the game, and when you can just say to yourself, hey, we're going to farm this EMP and we're going to win it, then that's what it goes with. Oh, that's really low. Skybeam 24 gets fallen. Bunny forces the lamp instantly to keep his McCree alive.
Yeah, Anarchy going to be hacked as well, so it should be free push and base created by Fortnite. But Spooky is going to get frozen, so Immortality field coming out from both teams early. Spooky 81% on that ultimate, able to take down Catmom, and that should be enough to give themselves the positioning on point A to win. But Bunny coming back in with that window, they want to give at least a tick. Spooky's gonna fall, but again, it doesn't seem to matter. Fortnite Pancake are just falling up on the rest of the kills as Superb, Mr. Chip, and Lettuce able to get kills of their own, and that should be enough to cap point A with pretty much the exact same time bank that Seal Squad had.
Yeah, so you talked about momentum, Dre, time and time again. There is no big momentum swinger than Superb on this Zarya. Such an influential snowbally hero. They had the recontest, yes, but this Zarya was just the most broken DPS in the game at that point. Beamed everyone down with those right clicks, was rewarded with a Graviton Surge for it. 5 minutes on the time bank, Fortnite Pancake's very, very vastly superior ultimate advantage. I don't mind the investment from Bunny. I think they have to go for that Baptiste window there just to try and salvage the fight, but could potentially be ropes here for Seal Squad.
The ultimate advantage is so large here. Seal Squad, only ult that they're coming up on is going to be that Shatter. It's going to force out the beat early as well with that Graviton, and that might just hit. They're able to commit some ultimates there, get the kills off the back of it, and they still have 3 of their own as well to go off of. They still have to beat an EMP, so they can really prevent any sort of aggression coming in. It's just going to be immediately EMP'd, and when you only have to go 10 more meters, I think this should be Fortnite Pancake even out series.
Yeah, this is likely going to be the 1-1 here, and if they do need it, there we go. The EMP, yep, exactly as expected. There we go. They were never going to lose that fight. With the EMP, they don't need to. They just roll that payload in, so it's going to be 1-1 Fortnite Pancake Seal Squad. So, yeah, definitely bouncing back there after taking the loss on Lijiang Tower, looking pretty dominant in stages there. But overall, I think very, very clean macro from Fortnite Pancake. I think they were always winning in terms of the ultimate advantage, the ult game. The ult game of poker, as I like to call it sometimes, just that ability to match ultimates and to think about the ultimates almost something like a card game, for example, ladies and gentlemen. Fortnite Pancake just way too clean with the ultimates on that map.
Superb. I charged that entire game. He had 41 elims, and they were all high charge elims. You're feeding the Zarya at that point, and that's, if Superb can keep this up, I think that Fortnite Pancake can put themselves in a very good position to continue this momentum and take the reverse sweep on map 3. It is going to be Seal Squad's pick, so they're going to have to win on a map that they did not pick. They're going to be able to choose offense or defense, so they're going to give themselves some sort of they can give themselves the win condition early, but going to make some slight compositional switches. It looks like we're going to be potentially going to Rialto for our final map, a very iconic map. You can pull out a lot of different strats here. It's a very open map. You can run Widowmaker. I personally insta-lock the hog every time I see Rialto, just with that early pick or that early pit. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams react and adjust to this map. I'm like potentially going to be going in pretty much right now. So Fortnite Pancake going to be looking to finish the reverse sweep. 3 seed trying to take down the 6 seed Fortnite Pancake. This is match point tiebreaker map. Seal Squad, they can still pull this back, but I think it's Fortnite Pancake's map to lose.
Yeah, definitely. And interesting enough, the Seal Squad have elected to go over to a Brawl map, and they've made these 2 substitutions, Cute White Boy and Raising coming in. And obviously those 2 sat out last map, but did play in their win on Lijiang Tower. So this could be potentially a cracking tiebreaker map here as we go into Rialto. Brawl, still very good. I'm down to cast some Brawl for a couple of maps. Not seen the comp in a while, not played it in a while. Was playing it today in scrims. It's not too bad. Fun to play, definitely refreshing after playing Double Shield for literally aeons. So yeah, defensive comp in, they're going to elect to go with this Sombra again on defense. I really like this pick. Sombra so important, so valuable on this first point defense here on Rialto.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bogus pull out the hog just to see if they can get a hook. Somebody caught out early, but with the positioning of Fortnite Pancake, that's likely not going to happen, even if you pull that out. But it's going to be down to the Zarya charge, I think. Superb really just put the team on his shoulders in that last map and was able to get a lot done there. It's going to be up to Bogus to see if he can match that energy, match that sort of ult charge. And I think that was kind of what was lacking for Seal Squad. They have that win condition of the Grab Dragons, but that's so important that it's such a good win condition because you can build it up so quickly. Wall coming out early is going to be cutting off Spooky. It's going to be the aggression from Seal Squad onto a Cute White Boy trying to push up into that space. Is already 80% to that shatter. Could be dropping it soon, especially if Spooky falls. But Skybeam is somehow going to be taken out by Spooky. Is going to be traded out by Cute White Boy. Is frozen now. Is going to be up to the team to keep him up. He has built up that shatter. It's going to be free. He drops that hammer down. Is going to be... Is still some trading out, though, so it's really anybody's fight. But Mr. Chip is going to pull out that ultimate first, but with the picks coming out for Steel Squad, that should be it. Mr. Chip with a very fast window charge, but not going to be enough.
He tried to solve it there at the end of that last section, but Cute White Boy, whilst he's all over the left-hand side of the kill feed, is absolutely all in their supports there from Steel Squad to keep him alive. Fantastic, brilliant play from both of them. Is now going to be looking to go for a quick reach on Zesters. That is Lamp forced out early, so it could be tempo advantage here for Fortnite Pancake as they get closer to an EMP.
Yeah, Bogus has dropped in that Graviton Surge. It's going to be met by the Grav and EMP, and that should be enough for Fortnite Pancake to retake control. I was going to say that Fortnite Pancake probably fought that first fight a bit too long, which could have given Steel Squad the chance to cap there without a recontest, but a recontest does come in, and it's going to be enough.
Yeah, they got the tempo advantage. They managed to win that fight with basically only the shatter, I believe, but they just weren't ready to go for that second fight, Dre, 100%. The window was a bit stuffed from Bunny, but hey, sometimes it happens. It was very most likely a misplace. Zato, really deadly wall with Cute White Boy. Does get Lamp, though. Oh, never mind, he's dead.
Yeah, Bunny jumping over the wall to try and save his main take is going to pay with it for his life, and now it's going to be a quick reset for Steel Squad. They looked so good on that first fight, but now... They do have quite an ultimate economy, though. They do have 4 ultimates, only missing the window and the grav. And Fortnite Pancake really only have the shatter and the window. So this is Steel Squad's fight to lose, essentially. If they're able to turn this fight in their favor, I think that can give them a lot of... It's going to obviously give them the cap, and it's going to give them quite a bit of space to push in on. It's going to be the early window from Mr. Chip just to try and create some space for the team, zone the enemy out. And then now be looking for the shatter from Spooky. It'll be interesting to see where he play. Oh my! God. You can't do that. You can't peek the window. Spooky with a 4K.
Going to be rewarded with shatter as well. Spooky with that 4K, absolutely. As I like the kite back from Steel Squad, but they weren't able. They weren't able to put out in the end. It really do be like that. Good swap over from Burgess going over to this Diva here, as so many blue ticks available for the side of Steel Squad. Could potentially be a straightforward fight. It's all about tempo, it's all about pacing, something that is very, very important, a fundamental concept that you learn when you're sort of learning the basics of Brawl. Go before the enemy. It sometimes can be as simple as that, and that's exactly what Steel Squad need to do here.
Yeah, it's going to be the Dragon early, but not able to cut to take down Benora. Grav coming out as well. A lot of ultimates coming out from both teams. No eat from Bogus. He has been hacked. Cute White Boy dropped the shatter somewhere in there. Blizzard coming out. Still have the support ults. The Blizzard might not even be enough. Skybeam able to take down Mr. Chip, but Spooky and Super are on a tear right now, finding 3 collectively. And what looked like should have been a pretty surefire win for Steel Squad, able to take that point, is Fortnite Pancake now just have to hold for 10 more seconds with EMP, beat, and potentially a Blizzard as well. That's not what you want to be going down the barrel of.
Yeah, Steel Squad's rotations this round have been, I'd say, less than clean, as that's the hack that comes in with the defensive EMP. That's the beat laid as well. It's traded back. However, just so much point presence comes down. This Blizzard is drastically claved out. It's all traded back and forth. So much blue on the left side of the kill feed. Spooky charging off there in the background, and this is probably going to be curtains here for Steel Squad's point A attack.
Yeah, Steel Squad had such a good first fight, and they give themselves such a good win condition. They just kind of blew their ultimates in the end, just peeking that window, giving Spooky the 2K fire strike. That was the very end of the window, and that was the very last bit of damage they could have put through that window, and you just peek out at the last second thinking it might be gone and lose 2 to it. And yeah, it's kind of as demoralizing. If you're on the end of that, it kind of, no matter what you have going for you, it kind of like shuts that down. Looks like 50. These map predictions have been very close. 49-51 this time in favor of Steel Squad. They're gonna have to have a very good defense if they want to reward some channel points to their predictor.
It is all about the rotations. I think for Steel Squad, as I mentioned, they were just going through too many choke points. They were taking the right rotations, but just against their own kind of ultimates. When they were going up against Blizzard and Graviton Surge, they were going through very narrow, tight choke points, and that is just a death sentence. I get the idea of being able to hold the lamp around the corner, but if you mirror lamp and let your Reinhardt just free cleave and take yours out, you're going to lose every time. You're just going to get so locked up and take so much cleave from that Reinhardt. As he's swinging into the grab, I'm trying to get your lamp out as well. So the rotations there, I like that they were trying to go for a different path, trying to just mix something up to maybe throw Fortnite Pancake off, force a mistake, but just doing them, I think, against the wrong ultimate switch. Sometimes, hey, that's all it can be. It can be really difficult. Because obviously we are hindsight Harold on the caster's desk as well. It's really easy to sit here and to point out problems and mistakes that players make, but in game it's a totally different story.
I think also it's just such a good, it's such an underrated May map. Every single choke really towards the end of that first point, you have to go through pretty much a May wall sized hole until you get out into that open area. It's gonna be the aggression coming out early from Seal Squad, but they are gonna pay for it. That's just a massive turn of the fight. You looking like Fortnite Pancake. They do have quite a bit of ult charge on that shatter at least, so to be coming around this corner and potentially taking the second map and really pulling off quite an impressive reverse sweep.
Yeah, Letters hitting us with a bit of a default dance at the end of that fight, but it was simple W key M1 of play from Pancake, from the May, from Menorah, and from Spooky on this Reinhardt. They ran at them, they swung, they got frozen, and then they all died. It really was that simple. As now this is 3 meters left to go to be curtains for Seal Squad as we see them depart from the final season.
Yeah, Benora has had such good walls here. Again, cutting off Seal Squad. Spooky is going to be able to find the better of Cute White Boy. Kind of a bit of a main tank difference there. Superb also able to take down Catmom. That should be enough for the team fight to end. Bunny invests the ultimate, but it's too little too late. And Fortnite Pancake with a pretty dominant reverse sweep. Not really something that you hear very often, but it was anybody's map on Lijiang, and they're able to swing it around and find their momentum really in the last maps.
Yeah, I think dominant reverse sweep is actually just the correct way of doing it. There we go. Sexy peak 5 strike from Spooky. Is Fortnite Pancake going to be #1 victory royale? Yeah, Fortnite we about to get downing into the next round, and unfortunately someone called Peter, because that's going to be Seal Squad put through the harpoons, and that's going to see them out from the tournament. There you go, I just wanted to make some puns, just why not? GG's to both teams. I think Seal Squad can walk away with their heads held high. It's 3 versus 6 seed, and Seal Squad played that well, and not quite sure what happens with the B teams. So I think it's the same level as the A teams, but Seal Squad, if they want to keep some sort of call together for the next tournament, for the next season, they've got a lot of promise, a lot of progress there. In particular, Bunny, Catmom, and Cute White Boy on that Reinhardt, May, and Bap respectively. They looked really solid on the brawl.
Yeah, Fortnite Pancake, I think towards the end there, I think it came down to the Zaryas. Superb really just was building up ult so much quicker and was able to do so much damage that at the end of the day, that was kind of what it was. He was running around the AR against some great pistols. So Fortnite Pancake able to come out on top in this first match of the day. You have 2 more today and 1 more from us, but it's Fortnite Pancake. They came out of the gate a bit slow, but they were able to turn it around and really came in big.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge win for Fortnite Pancake. Their tournament stays alive. I'm interested to see how these guys match up against Surge and obviously against the #1 seed as we progress through the tournament. B-League going to be getting very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I believe right now we are going to be going to an interview. So let's see who we've got from Fortnite Pancake. Let me tab back into the Discord as we hear the noises pinged in any second. So we've got Spooky and Superb, both tanks for the side of Fortnite Pancake. I'll start it out. Congrats, guys. Is Brawl something that you guys have been like religiously scrimming? Did you get inside information?
Yeah, no, 100%. That Rush is our go-to play style, at least for the past second half of the season. Rush is what I think we're best at, and we just keep going with that.
Yeah, I mentioned quite a bit that it looked like Superb was getting a lot more value out of that Zarya. Is that kind of your comfort pick? Is that your main?
Of course, yes. Even though like we see people play the Diva in Rush, I think I just get more value on Zarya. I'm able to build energy really quick in Rush. I'm able to help Spooky out more when he wants to be more aggro and when he gets, walled, frozen, anything. And I think I can just charge Gravs quick, and Gravs will have big value. So yeah, I just kind of resort to the Zarya now.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think Zarya is so good at being able to not only carry the game yourself, but also those bubbles are invaluable, and you hit so many clutch bubbles on Spooky just to keep him alive. Obviously, anyone that comes into the Discord call with a Pokemon profile pic, I will instantly refer. So yeah, nice play. Interestingly enough, obviously I'm an EU caster myself. I'd like to ask a question about the whole NA versus EU Reinhardt debate, because both these Reinhardts today, Cute White Boy and Spooky yourself, very, very solid. So I'll start off with, what do you think about the other Reinhardt players, in particular the Reinhardts from the other main tanks still left in this tournament and in B League overall?
For B League, I go into it thinking I am the best Reinhardt, and obviously I give props to Q White Boy and Anarchy. Like, they did great, but I feel like you always have to go with your mentals high. I feel like if you go into like playoff games or like any game, you have to go in high, and I feel like you have to be confident with your playstyle.
Yeah, and I think that really showed. You were able to get a lot of big shatters, able to, against both Anarchy and Cute White Boy, able to get some big shatters in. And I think that's the biggest part of Reinhardt, is being able to get the shatter difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose I'd give you guys just an open forum, maybe 10, 20 seconds to obviously not say absolutely anything, but to be able to send a shout out, to sort of send a message to anyone else left in the bracket that like you're going to be going up against for the rest of the tournament. It's an open floor. Off you go.
I think
this is your jam. This is your jam, man. Go.
So first off, I want to go with actually my team, our supports. At least the second two maps, our supports did so well, and then we look at this match. This match, I want to say to Steel Squad that just like that, this whole season it was crazy, right? Everyone has to keep their heads up, and it was a great match from both sides. Like, I feel like no one should be boomed from this. I know how they feel about losing and stuff. It's just everyone just has to be, I think, just come out of this positive, and I just want to hope that comes out from that Steel Squad team.
Wholesome messages overall. Why do people happy? Well, unless Drayton's got anything to add. Any final
Do
questions?
you want to add anything, Superb?
Nah, you hit it.
Yeah, we just go into the next map, and we just show what A-League what we got.
Hell yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Advancing to groups.
Thank you.
Let me bring in some members of Seal Squad. So, of course, because Seal Squad have lost this game, it means they are now eliminated from BPL. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? What a game you guys had.
Hello.
Hi.
I think
Hi.
the game, as sad as it is to like lose, this is my first season, and I wouldn't do it any other way. Honestly, I've had so much fun losing with this team and winning this team.
I think that is the best thing. This is Bunny talking. If I'm Steel Squad Bunny, just making sure I was addressing the right person. For your first season, I think honestly, like we were both saying on the cast, I believe one of the terms is waxing lyrical. I don't know if that phrase has gone over to NA. It might have originated in NA, but yeah, your Baptiste was really solid today.
Thank you.
Comfortable on the hero, or what do you think? Like, what do you think about Baptiste in comparison to the more traditional Anna Moira in Brawl?
Well, I've actually just started playing Baptiste, and I've had Camera help me out with learning Baptiste, and so I owe everything I know to him, pretty much.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like you just started playing Baptiste.
yeah, 100% for sure.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
your lamp fundamentals, the stuff that I've been talking to, obviously mentioned before. I'm a coach. Obviously, yeah, like really just solid fundamentals from my Baptiste player. When my Reinhardt gets walled, I want my Baptiste to jump over, lamp them, and then jump back. And that's exactly what you're doing as well. There were so many fights where your main tank Q White Boy was just able to just live for far too long because of the lamps, because of the passive burst. So overall, I flip some questions now onto Sinak and Raisin as well. Raisin, how do you feel about the Lucio and Brawl Chief? Got some really big boots there towards the end onto that May.
Taylor was having a sad match.
I was about to say, really personal beef with Taylor, because it felt like you were just manhunting him there on Lishan Garden. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of you stand next to the cliff and hope someone walks in front of you. You know, that's Lucio sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I tried to kind of play aggressive and get picks and play forward, because I guess that's just partly my style and partly because it's a big game. I wanna show up for the stream, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. It's a good season though, all around. I think
Yeah, I should be happy with.
my mental was completely shattered at one point, but pieced it back together because of my teammates.
Got out the super glue, and here you are.
Yeah, great people. So
Yeah,
I also want to. I also want to take this opportunity to announce that I will be campaigning for captain next time. I believe the God Hand Gamers will rise up.
Yeah, the rebirth of the GDH clan. I think something that's so underlooked, particularly at your guys' Elo, which is honestly my own support, DPS Elo, a bit washed these days. However, and I think Bunny said it like almost perfectly, like you having fun losing with these guys, and I think that's so important. So hopefully, at least from my perspective, I think you guys had a really good core there for Seal Squad. So who knows, maybe the look of the draft, the look of the hero pools, hope to see a similar sort of squad back together. As I throw it over to Drayton for maybe a question or two for Senat.
I was just gonna congratulate you guys on playing a pretty good match. I think we saw. I think you guys were definitely the underdogs going into that, and you showed a lot of promise, especially on that Lijiang match. That you guys you handled yourselves pretty well under the pressure. So I think that you guys all played well, and I think going into next season, just if you can be on a team where you have fun losing, that's kind of the ideal place for Overwatch, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. This game is so fun when you're with the right people, for sure.
Before we let you go, obviously this is the last time that we'll see you on broadcast, unfortunately. Who are you guys rooting for in the rest of the playoffs?
I got my boys Vector. Wait, are we all the same B-League teams?
Okay, Bunny go first, then.
Such funny.
Catboy crew and all B League teams. Honestly, everyone's been so nice to us in scrims and in actual matches. So
the actual Wide People Happy team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, if it isn't Catboy Crew, I like Vector Matrix just because Obi-Wan and Timrin, they're cool, I'm biased, but yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, Catboy Crew, obviously, they're going to dominate. Oh yeah, and Research, because he is, really helpful, so, but that's kind of favorites, so, yeah, that's kind of lame to pick.
That's fair enough. We are all he stands on this blessed day. He's been
for real.
He's been really interesting to work with, particularly in VOD. The guy knows so much about the game on a macro level. Like even for a player of his size, macro definitely impressed me when we were first doing reviews. So a very smart player, and if you're learning from him, then hey, you're going to be absolutely fine. So that's all from me. I'm just going to throw it over to anyone else on the floor who wants to before we go into a break and go into the next match.
I just wanted to say I'm going to be cheering for Fortnite Pancake because obviously you want the team that beat you to do well, and also because my boy Creamsicle, good friend of mine, great player. Don't let his SR fool you. He's actually quite good.
Oh yeah, also shout out the camera. He's pretty cool. Even though we all bully him on the team, he's cool.
All right, well, we're going to be going into Surge Academy versus Super Bald when we come back. So we're looking forward to watching that match. The winner of that match will go on to face Fortnite Pancake, the B-League playoffs next round. So the winner of the next match is going to face the winner of this match. So I'm looking forward to watching that match with you guys.
Yep. See ya.
once again.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are back again. We have Surge Academy versus Super Bald. The last match that the two of us will be covering. We still have one more match after this, but Surge Academy, one of the top teams in the league, or in the B League, second seed, going up against Super Bald, the lowest seed in the tournament. Next up is going to be Interns versus Vector Matrix. That's going to be a fun match to see. But Surge Academy, they've had a very good season. In the mid-season tournament, they were able to take a map off of their parent org. So, going into this next match, high expectations for Surge Academy. We're going to be entering Lijiang Tower again as the first map. I believe that's Surge Academy's pick. So this is going to be a very interesting match to come into.
Yeah, and as I've said before, in case you're joining us for this match, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jace. I'll be your color caster. Alongside me is Drayton on play-by-play. We're going to be doing Surge Academy versus Super Bold. I am, as I've said many a time before, take a shot every time I mention it, I'm involved with coaching, particularly this team, Surge Academy, and I know for a fact these guys love their Brawl, they love their Reaper, they love their Junkrat, they love their Reinhardt Bant. Normally, the Zarya play very strong, very comfortable on that hero. Looks like he's going to be going over to the Reinhardt here, actually. So we've got Medalas on the Zarya, we've got Bant on the Reinhardt, we've got Eli on the Junkrat, we've got Pavey on the Reaper, we've got Missy on the Lucio, we've got Starbucket on the Baptiste, for the side of Superboard, it's Top Tom, Glizziator on the Zarya, Rafa on the Symmetra, Burnsiv on the Junkrat, PogChamp on the Lucio, and Luvi on the Baptiste. Already, Glizziator has SD'd.
Trying to explain himself in chat, it looks like, but is going to potentially cost him his team this first fight, as PogChamp is going to fall off the back of that, and it's Reaper Friday. We're going to see the first Reaper of the day. It's going to be Pavi coming out on that and opting to go with that in Symmetra. And Surge Academy gonna be taking this first point hold in a pretty uncontested fight there.
Yeah, a bit of I forgot the word, never mind. Bit of an untraditional way of winning that first fight, bit of an unconventional way, but they're going to have this whole point, and they're going to go through it nonetheless as they snowball it now onto maybe 3 or 4 picks here for the side of Surge Academy.
Yes, well, able to take down Bant, but that's going to be the only kill that they have in this fight, and Surge Academy just cleaning up the rest. Although Misty's going to fall, but that just gives them an opportunity to taxi back their Reinhardt, really.
Yeah, it's just going to be a quick fight reset. As now 30% on the board, and I talked about it at the start of the last match. And now here we are again with you win the first fight, you win the second fight using ultimates, which actually didn't even need, but now 30% on the board, so many ultimates online or coming up available for Surge Academy.
Yeah, it's going to be the engagement window just to try and create some space from Lovey. It's going to be Eli popping out that tire, able to find two top to mass, and PogChamp following there, so that should be the team fight win for Surge Academy as they're cleaning up the rest of these kills. Reaper is going to be taken down, but that's going to be a very clean fight win. Now they're around 60% on this hold, and they still have 5 ultimates coming up.
So it was potentially looking dangerous there as Lovey actually managed to go with that window first, but nice kite from Surge Academy, and then they got the recontest with Eli finding 2 with that Riptide Starbucket, going to just zone them off, I think, with that Baptiste amplification matrix. Good TP behind though, although they leave their Junkrat. The Graviton Surge comes in. That's so many ultimates thrown down, everyone on the floor. Surge Academy an 82%. They're probably going to clean this up though as they collapse onto point.
Yeah, it's going to be Rafa falling first, but 2 picks go the way of Super Bald, so they're still in this fight. Eli now with 2 kills in this. Is going to be evening things out. The Graviton Surge coming out from Megalast just to try and secure this is going to be Super Bald. They did have a very good start to that fight, but Surge Academy going to be taking this 100-0, it looks like.
Yeah, I've now realized I definitely pronounced Megalast's name wrong. That's disgraceful. Apologies about that, but there we go. Wasn't the best Graviton Surge in the world, wasn't the biggest Graviton Surge in the world, but when the fight went split, I think honestly fine to just solo grab the Zarya for the side of Super Bowl there. The longer the fight goes on, the more deadly Glizziator is going to be, and bit of a no contest here. You know, I'm here to cast. I'm a bit tired. It's been a long day for me, but I want to see some Overwatch. And I want to get to see Super Bowl play Overwatch. And hey, that's 1 map. They still get the chance to win 2 more. So for this map, let's see Super Bowl play some Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, neither team is going to be going with the Symmetra TP. It's kind of one of the better maps in the game for it. I think Super Bowl pulled it out on the last round. They're going to be interested to see that they're running the Maid this time. Are going to be both teams looking like they're going to be going to White Room. Eli going out on the flank here just to try and scout some out. Surge Academy kind of taking this a bit slower, letting Super Bowl go in there, trying to set up their... Oh, going to be a pause. Although Tree Guide said never mind, so we could be coming back into this immediately. So
potential ping spike there. Looks like Super Bowl are going to be ready to go. It's an interesting rotation from Surge Academy. Going to be rotating in White Room against a Mei. So it's going to be deadly, actually. It could be really punishing here for Surge Academy. They're going to try and retake through. Although the Mei wall does go down.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of a smart rotation here. Going to be Pavi taking down top to mass early in that fight. Should be the momentum that they need to win the fight now that the main tank is gone. Going to be Rafa falling a bit low. Is going to be healed up, and they're kind of giving up a little bit of point pressure just to give themselves the time to let their Ryan come back. Is going to be Bant taking down Rafa, so now down 2. The Reinhardt has come back, but Bant has found 2 more in the meantime. It's going to be Starbucker falling down, but I could actually turn the fight for Super Bald, but not looking like that's going to be the case. It's now just DPS standing as Cap coming in for Surge Academy.
Really nice play from Surge Academy. I got caught eating a donut, unfortunate. However, we moved. Yeah, nice play from Bant, but one thing I really liked on that point, that last fight, Dre, was Megalast, Bant, and Pavey stacked together on that Reaper Reinhardt Zarya. Really understanding that you are a Deathborn, and they just managed to run over the Reinhardt and 3 people afterwards because of it. So nice play from them, just to stack together and really push that W key with that Reaper.
Yeah, Eli in the backline here just to cause some distraction here. That's a really valuable part of Summer's kit, is able to get in and out, but it's gonna be that massive shatter coming down from Bandit. He's gonna fall, and Top Tomas pull out one of his own. It's kind of even picks going the way of each team. Super Bowl still haven't won this fight yet, but It's now just gonna be down to Missy to kind of stall here. Can be quite deadly as they do have the beat, but are gonna be taken down unless somebody can get onto point immediately. It's gonna be the flip coming at 45%.
There we go. So one good shatter deserves another, and as well as Bant knocked everyone down on the floor. I think Surge Academy got a little bit too excited. Is top Thomas over there, or top Thomas over there, knocking all of them down on the side of Surge Academy, and that's one way you can win a fight. With now winning that fight, basically just committing the shatter. Super Bowl, very, very strong ult advantage here. So they're going to have to walk through a window on the side of Surge Academy.
Yeah, Surge Academy have 5 ults of their own, and top Thomas able to take down both tanks immediately. That's quite a lot of value early on, and that could be Super Bowl winning this team fight pretty early on there, not really committing any ultimates other than the window, but that comes off cooldown pretty much. So now going to be Surge Academy with the slight ultimate advantage. They do have 4 completely online right now compared to the 3 of Super Bowl, but if the fight goes long, Super Bowl will have the ultimates to match.
Yeah, I would like to see Surge Academy take this long rotation and not try and force white against a mage, because they're just going to get ward off like this every single time as we're staring to the other side of the wall. There we go. That's a 2-man EMP, but it's on both supports as drafts are traded back and forth now.
Yeah, it's going to be the beat coming out, but Patty dropping the Death Blossom. That's going to be big value finding 4. And that's what you like to see, but they did commit 4 ultimates.
Yeah, absolutely right. Very expensive fight for the side of Surge Academy, but I think that they've gotten back control of tempo, and now that they don't have to push into a Mei, I think it could potentially be clean sailing there. I've played ranked with Pavey. He's done that before. Not quite sure how he does it, but sometimes he just randomly kills 4 with the Death Blossom. Really nice speed engage there from Surge Academy to just run them over with that win condition. Reaper Rule isn't really high value. It's probably the worst ultimate in this entire comp. You're most vulnerable when you are in Death Blossom, but no one told Pavey, apparently.
Yeah, it's going to be the early ultimates coming out. That's going to be 2, but it looks like Band is going to throw himself off the map to deal with the Reinhardt on the other side. Both shatters are going to be out of the picture for the time being. Champ is going to fall down, so now Super Bowl, they're down a healer. It's going to be both now falling, and it looks like Surge Academy are going to have a pretty solid hold here. There's the hack onto Blizziator, so he's not going to be able to bubble to keep himself alive for a bit longer. And now at the 96% mark, there's not really anybody that can really touch. The shatters going to be coming out from Bant hitting nobody, but that might actually come back to bite them as Topsimas has taken down Pavi. Bant again, charging him off the map, I guess. Just
mental. Trying to track the mental there as it's an overtime stall. I absolutely rate it. You can put in Matt's chat he got 2 because he absolutely did. But yeah, as much as I was about to praise the side of Surge Academy for really stacking there with Medalas and Pavey to clean up this fight, it looks like Super Bowl have managed to flip this.
Yeah, but the ult advantage is definitely Surge Academy's favor. They do have the EMP. Are going to invest to drop it in, finding 5, and Lovey falling early. That's just going to be enough for them to fight. The EMP really just giving them all that they needed to capitalize on it. And Surge Academy maybe played around a bit too much there with their food, but in the end, they were able to get the win over.
Yeah, potentially left it a bit late. We'll say it was for entertainment purposes. And here we go, we're going to see Pavey on this play of the game on the Reaper. Big W key from the boy. There we go, gets his speed boost, just rave towards into them. Knows there is no CC available, and there you go, the Mei has the cryo forced. The Reaper guy, ladies and gentlemen, he is my favourite character. He has 2 shotguns, special move, one of the best in the game. Can be really good with his teleport, as sometimes you can come in from the side. I'm going to open Chatterino on my PC, and I want to see the copy pasta spammed in the chat, because my favourite character is the Reaper guy. But yeah, on a serious note, really good fundamentals of Brawl from Surge Academy. When they traded Reinhardt, obviously they didn't need to trade Reinhardt, but Bant kind of just full sent it. I respect it. Go big or go home, I guess. He got 2. But when fights broke, when fights sort of dispersed, and when Super Bowl kind of they kind of just, blew apart, Surge Academy kind of tightly knit together. They put Medalas and Eli and Pavey together, and particularly with that Lucio from the side of Missy, and they sped on people one by one and they picked them off. So I don't know what to say, like, really good Brawl fundamentals from Surge Academy. Glad to take a note of my coaching.
Yeah, Surge Academy doing very well there. It's going to look like we're going to be going over to Eichenwald for this map. Some substitutions are going to be made. And Eichenwald is going to be the pick of Super Bowl. It looks like they're going to be on the offense first. So Surge Academy just kind of wanting to give themselves this win condition early, trying to shorten the series as much as possible for them. But I think you nailed it with how well they were able to execute that brawl. I mean, once one person got caught out, the entire team dove on them, and then all of a sudden you're down one, and it's kind of like Oates, where if you're down one, you've kind of already lost the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And I think most importantly, right, Dre's like when they sort of get the trades as they were doing, and when the trades came through and they were able to quickly trade back, they then went and got one. But it's not just them getting one, it's them speeding onto Super Bowl. And once they got one, they were in position to then immediately go and speed on someone else to find two. And from there, 2 became 3, and then 3 became 4, and it was just a fight win. So really difficult for Super Bowl. Now we're going to be swapping over. Tree Guy in, I think, means Winston. Tree Guy definitely been seen on the double bubble that I know these guys have been practicing. Surge Academy really favoured themselves on Blizzard World, but not going to be going to there. But Iconvolt, I think, just as good for double bubble.
Double bubble, one of my favorite compositions to run right now. I like playing Zarya and being able to use it in a way that hasn't really been seen in the meta too much. Zarya is pretty much always attached to the Reinhardt. She still is, but being able to diversify out with that win is fun, I think. But it's going to be the attack coming out from Surge Academy, Super Bowl on the defense. They're going to have a good defense here, set themselves up with a good, solid win condition. If Surge Academy are able to take this and just roll through on this offense, I think it's going to be hard for Super Bowl to come back.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a very snowballing map, Iconvolt, but that second point is going to be someone bet 5k on SB. Anyway, as I was saying, I rate the bet though. All in all, go home, I guess, for Super Bowl. You got to respect it. But the snowball potential is really odd, I find, on Iconvolt, because if you snowball through second point, you can set like a 5-4 minute time bank left to go, and you can just be absolutely electric with it really quick. But on the flip side, teams that particularly that play Brawl and trying to force Brawl on second point can sometimes be like really disastrous, because that comp needs to do very long rotations, and against a spam comp or even a dive comp, potentially it is just an isolate wrecking ball that can displace you. It can hit the fan like really quickly.
Surge Academy running a very interesting comp. They're going for a dive here. A completely different composition, only mirroring on the McCree. It was really powerful right now with that 25 extra health, but it's going to have to be a fast-paced fight here, and Surge Academy have already given themselves some split positioning here to try and capitalize on this composition's diving capabilities. Are going to be Ban's just going to be rolling through. He's able to create so much space. Ball is still so powerful on maps where you don't need him to be getting the boops to get the value, but Rafa's going to be taking Tree Guy out, and Bant falls as well. So that's going to be Surge Academy losing this first fight, maybe going a bit too far away from the meta here.
Yeah, I think potentially they should know this is a lost matchup, and swapping around Ball and D.Va are going to be almost anti-synergy at this point. Tree Guy not really going to be peeling anyone, going to just get frozen up by the Maeve Rafa if they get W keyed on. It's all about being able to find these angles. It's a really hard comp to play for Surge Academy. Super bold. Good pick on the defense, though. They've essentially counter-comped them predictably, almost perfectly, have Super Bowl. But yeah, Surge Academy, really uphill battle if they want to try and claim this. Just on compositions alone is Eli gets picked off early.
Yeah, now it's going to be the window, so that's definitely going to force Surge Academy out. Tree Guy's a bit in, and Banshee's going to drop in the minefield. Still committed to this fight. Burns is going to fall in that fight, and PogChamp as well to the mines. So the minefield getting a lot done here. They're going to have the faster spawns as well, so if Bant can get some work done here, Pavi going to be dropping in that ultimate, try and create some space. Eli able to take down Rafa, has dropped in the pulse bomb as well, not able to find anybody. Glizziator's going to solo grab Pavi, though. Eli able to take down Lovey, so now it's just going to be on PogChamp to get back and heal his team. He is back in the fight. Rez comes out onto Pavi. Burns is going to drop that ultimate, and it's going to be able to take down Missy, but that's probably not going to be enough. 2 players have fallen for Surge Academy, but Super Vault has lost too many players, and with 2 minutes left in time bank, they're going to be taking point A.
Yeah, quite a messy fight overall. The grab came in from Glizziator was a bit questionable there, I will admit, but when these fights go questionable, when everyone gets statted to the wins, to the 4 corners of the universe, Surge Academy are going to take that every day. Individually, Surge Academy have so much pick potential. on this composition. Super Bowl really need all the pieces of this composition to be able to work, particularly that May and that Baptiste. Once those two go down, it can potentially just be, it can be so deadly for Super Bowl to be able to actually just play the game and be able to brawl and most likely, more importantly, sustain this ball. As here we go back, we're going to be looking for another minefield. Nice creative act with Ben, gets the perfect pick onto Lovey.
Yeah, it's going to be the beat dropped in response. They have a little bit of shields to go into this fight with, but probably not going to be enough. The Diva Bomb coming out is top. Tom has taken down 3. He's going to be traded out. So it's kind of anybody's fight here as it goes long. It's in favor of Surge Academy. Now just putting somebody on cart. They do have the spawn advantage.
Yeah, and I think Super Bowl actually, I don't think they played that fight badly. Obviously, losing Lovey early on that to those minefields was potentially disastrous and could have just been the fight. But from there, PodChamps or Top Thomas, whoever it was, made the call to speed down and drop payload, and they found 2 kills. So Super Bowl almost pulling that back. Is that a boop from Tree Guy on that Diva? Nice play.
Yeah, of all the characters in this comp to get the boop, it's not going to be looking for the boosters, but again, people in this comp you don't expect to get booped off. Bant is going to be taken down by the Lucio. Eli also going off the map, but they're going to be investing the Transcendence as well. Still think that they want this fight, but at this point they've lost their main tank and the other dive option here. Tree Guy's going to be demeched. Almost had that bomb, but now they have both DPS ults to go to this next fight with.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see where Super Bowl rotate to. They really shouldn't want to stick on this bridge against a Wrecking Ballers. He's just going to try and dare to knock everyone off as they do. They back up. They're going to have to wait for Tree Guy's mech here, though, but Bomb going to be available soon, and you never know. Bomb slam shenanigans could be a rife on this second point Icon Vault here.
Yeah, it's going to be the high noon popped. He's not going to be able to find anybody, and that's the big bomb from Tree Guy, able to find both supports, and it's going to be a pause, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but pause comes out, and Surge Academy, they're winning this fight so far. They've taken down the main tank and both supports of Super Bowl. They should be able to come into this next point pretty well. It looks like Top Thomas has disconnected from the game.
Oof,
so
unfortunate.
Yeah, gonna be waiting on him to come back. But looking at the upcoming fight, Surge Academy is definitely gonna be able to push into B, but the ultimate economy that Super Bowl has built up is pretty substantial. Surge Academy dropping 3 ultimates in to win this fight, and Super Bowl, they're gonna have 5 ults coming up for them. So Academy definitely gonna have to wait a bit to flip this ult economy, or if they're just able to get more value out of their ultimates, they can still win this.
Yeah, this could potentially be, the longer I think about it, the point that could decide the round and decide how far this payload from Surge Academy goes, because look at the ultimates for the side of Surge Academy, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, we're in pause stream, so I'll read them out to you. Bant is 70%, 77% on mines. Tree Guy just used his ultimate. Eli just used his ultimate. Pavey just used his ultimate, missing 90% on that Valkyrie. Starbucket 57% on that Transcendence, but 3 blue ticks available for Super Bowl. Now, if Surge Academy can cap this using those and winning this like 3v5, I believe they've got going on, they can full comp swap and get about 3 minutes to go into third point. However, if they can't and Super Bowl manage to stall this out, Surge Academy are going to have to invest in a lot of ultimates, and they're not going to be able to cap. And this is really what Surge Academy, I think, are banking on, being able to just essentially cheat this ult economy and all in this second point, and then full comp swap to brawl or spam going into this third point Icon Vault. But if Super Bowl manage to force them back and force them to win another fight, it could potentially be disastrous.
Yeah, I think that so it looks like it's a technical pause, so we're gonna have a quick break here just to try and figure things out. So we will be back with the rest of this Icon Vault map soon. So we will see you guys then. Well, we are back, everybody. Just setting things up with the lobby again, just trying to get everybody back in. We're going to be unpausing here shortly. So Surge Academy have just won this fight. Essentially, they're going to have to push into point B still, but they've given themselves quite a big advantage. Rafa dropping in the Blizzard?
Oh, it's a huge bomb. That's exactly the one thing that Surge Academy did not want to happen. Huge bomb from Glizziator. As I was talking about before the break, that's a 5k for him on the D.Va. With a minute 47 left, this could potentially be ropes for Surge Academy. This comp going into this last point, if they can force fights around the payload super bold, really, really unbeneficial. Surge Academy, massive disadvantage for them in terms of just positions and positional fights.
Yeah, and I think this is the risk that you take by going on the offense first. I think when you have this advantage and you've looked so well on map 1, I think you want to go on defense just so that you set up what you need to do on your offense. Now they're kind of leaving themselves a bit in limbo if they're not able to full cap. It's going to be the mines coming out and a lot of ults coming out as well. Missy popping Valkyrie is going to be looking like it's enough for Surge Academy to win this point, but I said that last time and there was a big D.Va bomb to swing that, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening.
No surprises here. Let's see if they elect to go back into this broad comp. Looks like that resurrection is going to confirm it. Bant going to be potentially swapping back heroes. It looks like Missy and Bant are both going to be swapping off the heroes. As I said, the swap comes through. Still got to go into a time bank. So here what they should do, Surge Academy, is they should essentially just run into Super Bold and try and get as many ultimates out of them as possible. As Star Butcher goes down early.
Yeah, it's going to be the Pulse Bomb coming out. Is only going to stick the Rhine Shield of Top Thomas. It's not going to be enough to find anything. He does have the Shatter. And the Lucio Zen is going to be a little bit weak here. They do want to save that Transcendence. It is a valuable ultimate, but they're going to have to get something here. Tree Guy going to be dropping that D.Va Bomb in the back line. Could be finding somebody. Is going to find the Immortality Field, but now they're going to push in as everybody's low. Top Thomas and Lovey are going to be falling early to Bant and Tree Guy respectively, and this is just Eli cleaning up with the final 3 kills of that fight, and that's gonna be a team kill. Surge Academy coming in very strong in this last one.
Yeah, really nice play from them. I think that's exactly what you want to do in that situation. Get something to force the lamp out and just run on them with Transcendence, and you're never going to lose that brawl as long as you can find the picks whilst Transcendence is active. Slam comes down, doesn't get anyone. That Slam hit it, so from Top Thomas.
Yeah, it's going to be down to Pavi to get some big picks. He's going to be able to take down PogChamp, and Top Thomas has fallen as well, so this could be going in favor of Surge Academy, but with funds, you never really know. It's going to be the D.Va Bomb coming in from Glizziator. He's going to be taken down before he gets back into his mech. He's able to take down Tree Guy, and although Surge Academy aren't going to be able to win this fight, they force out a couple extra ultimates at the end there.
Yeah, and that bomb that comes out in the end, just trying to secure it with now 50 seconds left. Surge Academy really do need to press the S key and get over. There we go. Essentially got a reset ult economy with 40 seconds left, but yeah, that male... the She-Devil, the Banshee, the Demon of the Gates of Hell has got the Eternal Freeze lined up. They've got that Blizzard lined up. So it's going to be a really potentially deadly fight all on Tree Guy to be able to eat this Blizzard.
Yeah, and if he plays it well and gets the freeze off, it shouldn't matter that much. The Immortality Field is going to fall early from Lovey. It's not going to be eaten up, it looks like, but Eli's able to take down Top Thomas, so it could be enough, but not looking like
3K.
Yeah, as 3K from the high noon. Surge Academy has ults, but they need somebody to touch.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised if they do manage to get the touch here. It would have to be a Herculean effort rollout from Missy, and there we go. Clock strikes down, 59 meters from Surge Academy. Quite a noble push, but let's see if they can full hold. Unfortunately, there the swaps just coming in not in time, I think, to be able to build up ultimates. They were never going to win that going into a mailed.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just Surge Academy took a risk by choosing the offense. When you have this momentum and you feel like you're the better team, I feel like the defense is kind of the default pick of most. You know, you want to end their push soon. You don't want to give yourselves the option of like setting up a win condition for the enemy team, which they've done here, as they need Super Bowl only need to get 2 points in meters. Don't need to full cap, but if Surge Academy can have a good hold, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I think from a mental standpoint, the defense is the optimal strategy, in my opinion. But obviously, I'm not the one playing these games.
No, I think you raise definitely an interesting point, and it can sometimes be a mental warfare. I can see why Surge Academy wanted to go on the attack, just to maybe try and snowball it and set an electric time bank to try and rattle Super Bowl even further. But I think the defense just provides a bit more stability. So, hey, it's not something that's going to lose them the game, right? But potentially it's let advantages. But now what I'm happy to see is Surge Academy back out on their familiar Brawl composition.
Yeah, pretty much a mirror match other than Tree Guy on the D.Va. Going to be having to eat those grabs and blizzards. That's kind of the value that the D.Va provides. A lot of teams prefer the Zarya. Some people prefer the... It's Eli going to be falling first early to Burns, though. It's not a good start for Surge Academy. They are falling low as well, forcing out the Immortality Field, which has fallen. Bant and Tree Guy falling very low in this fight. Is going to be Bant falling to Top Thomas, and Tree Guy's been demexed. So not a great start to this fight for Surge Academy. This is exactly what you don't want to happen. This is why you choose defense first.
Yeah, and fair play from Super Bowl that they ran through and Eli getting caught early, but that's exactly why you play the McCree in this comp, ladies and gentlemen. It is there to flashbang any DPS, any flanker that dares to go within range of your Reinhardt. It stops a Kree, a Reaper, but more importantly, stops a Mei and a Reaper and a Doom from just inting onto your Reinhardt and killing him. It's a nice play from Burns IV or Burnsiv on that McCree to be able to take down Eli early, and that's obviously the best pick you want to get with the Mei ultimate. Going to be rewarded with so many ultimates, so many blue ticks for Super Bodies. This could be, if they don't take high ground, potentially a very, very clean snowball.
Yeah, and Surge Academy kind of trickled in a bit towards the end, thinking that they could get one more fight, but ultimately it's going to cost them a bit of here, but they have taken the high ground. So it's going to be coming down to these ults. You guys going to have to eat that that grab that Liz has built up. Be the shatter early. Bant is going to fall down early. Bant isn't the person you want to die first in these fights. Eli falling low as well. Healer's low, and this is looking like a very good push from Super Bowl here. They're going to pop ultimates as well. Popping the high noon. Not going to be looking like it's going to find anybody, but Top Thomas with 3. This should be just some free pushes. They've all moved off of the car, but the guy dropping in the D.Va bomb, I believe, there at the end. Not able to find anybody, but Surge Academy has 5 ults.
Yeah, 5 ults for Surge Academy, 3 contests available. But an elective stick on the D.Va, though, so it's going to be Grav. Ban DCs. Montra W.
Third pause of the afternoon so far, and
Pulse champ.
Academy, they have quite an ult bank here. They have 5 ultimates. Super Bowl has 3 of their own lines, so it's gonna be coming down to that. And I think Tree Guy should probably switch over to the Zarya here. Glaciator is able to get so much value, able to protect their tanks, their main tanks, and Tree Guy isn't really doing too much. I thought that with them throwing the D.Va bomb in there, I thought that was probably gonna be signaling a switch.
Swap, yeah.
It was towards the end of that fight, and they'd already really lost, but gonna be sticking with it here, potentially to eat that Mail and the Graviton Surge, but it looks like Bant has reconnected to the lobby, so we should be getting back soon.
Should be getting back any second here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Bant very confident on the Zarya in the past. Tree Guy been playing a lot of the main tank, more so the Winston, but has been playing the main tank in the past. So now Bant going to be, as I said, going back over to that Reinhardt, loses that Shatter ult charge. I believe a good pick from Eli, so that's no Graviton Surgeon. From here, Surge Academy just need to W key this, even though they are 5v5.
Yeah, they do have the ultimate advantage as well. Is going to be popping 2 ultimates early. That's a big ult from Pavi. Eli dropping his ult, and well, probably a bit of an overcommitment there, as they're now left with only the beat, but they do have a bit of a... They are able to hold this point.
Yeah, it's definitely a panic over invest there from Surge Academy or a lack in communication. That's something that I think all teams in the B League need to work on. We saw it in the other game today. It is like a core concept of being able to just layer and stagger your ultimates out and not just all invest at the same time. But hey, who needs ultimates when Pavey gets the pick onto Burns IV?
Yeah, and that's going to bleed off some valuable time here. It's going to be up to... They're going to still invest here down both of their... Or it is Missy that's dropping the beat. So investing 1 ultimate into this fight, it's going to be a pretty close fight, but Top Thomas has taken down a couple. Is going to have to deal with him before they really want to do anything. Missy's gonna have to taxi some back here, but the Burns is gonna be capping a little bit, and Top Tom has still not fallen. Finally, will, and there's somebody still alive though, so it looks like kills are still gonna be going. The Diva Bomb dropped in as well. May is kind of a bit in deep. Rafa kind of in a weird position. Tree Guy's gonna be demeched immediately. Gonna be double teamed by the May and the Baptiste. This is such a weird fight. It's been going on for so long. Bant has come up on their ultimate. Tree Guy is a second away from remeching, and they're gonna take advantage of that and drop evil ultimate. The Shatter is able to find two, but Glizier doesn't really seem to care. They're dropping in both support ultimates as well. Now down only their DPS. Bant has fallen as well, and what looked like a very good fight just dragged out for way too long. I think Surge Academy are going to have a recontest here with Eli stalling out for so long.
Yeah.
And they have both DPS ults to work with.
So here's the thing, like, big Shatter, but it's just two kind of fundamental mistakes or really negative outcomes there for Surge Academy. Number one is the fight goes on way too long so Gliziator can get this high energy. Number two is having Eli contest, so he's not going to come out staggered on this May, and there we go. Starwatcher gets picked down. Good eat though from Tree Guy to take down a May from Rafa.
Is not going to be looking like it's enough, but Potty.
Holdable.
This is anybody's fight, really. Both DPS still alive, and they're both getting kills. It looks like Eli might be falling, though. Surge Academy, these have been such weird fights, and Super Bowl, they're coming out on top.
Hey, Dr. May! Okay.
Oh my goodness. And with the spawn advantage, this might be enough.
Okay. Oh, that's the pick onto Alicia. I think that's going to be one off the map. Yeah, there we go. Gets the Baptiste off the map to signal the end of that fight. So nice bit of exit pick, but huge rollouts, huge plays from Pavey, Missy, and Eli there, respectively. Huge clutches from them three to sort of turn that fight from nothing. It was all looking like it was going awry. It looks like it was rapidly crumbling, but Surge Academy managed to rebuild it up very, very quickly and efficiently. So really good individual play from those three there.
Yeah, Tree Guy finally getting value out of that Diva pick. Oh my!
Missy does it again. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. The boop, and now it's just clean up, and 50 seconds remain. Only using the Shatter there. I don't think they needed the Shatter, so kind of an interesting commitment. But Thomas also used his as well, so interesting fights here from the main tanks.
Yeah, the robotic wells of Eichenwald demand blood. Blood for the blood god. Missy happy to oblige. That's 2k boop. They're going to try it again. They say the definition of insanity is expecting a different result and trying the same thing twice, something like that. And either way, they're going to get walled, they're going to get potentially killed. Reinhardt gets frozen. That's a window that comes down, though. But beat in response.
Yeah, Diva Bomb comes out, not gonna be able to find anybody, but Starbucker just found the better of Lovey. A lot of ultimates coming out. Bant just used another Shatter there. He used it at the very end of the last fight. It doesn't look like anybody's really gonna be able to touch the point, and the Surge Academy, I questioned their pick of offense first, but their defense was strong enough that they're gonna be able to take this series 2-0. Surge Academy, leaving no doubt with 2-0.
Yeah, not the cleanest game. However, Surge Academy will gladly take away with that W. They'll gladly walk away from that. It's something to look in the VOD and to go next. That's a really big bomb from Gliziator. Definitely stood out where he could on that off time to that influential role. As this was an insane fight clutch from him. Is he Gliziator on a controller, or is that just spectator? I believe that's spectator, right? I always forget how that works. I saw him using LB there, so. I don't think he's on a controller. Would be impressive as he was, though. Regardless, Surge Academy walked away with a victory, very clean. They're going to be moving on to face Fortnite Pancake in the next game. Got some interviews in a second.
Yeah, Surge Academy just really turning it around. I think their offense on Eichenwald was a bit questionable. They did run an entirely different composition, though, so they were able to switch it up, ran the better brawl in the defense, and their offense was pretty solid, even though they went pretty off meta.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely went, I wouldn't say off meta, but they went to old meta as we get in the lobby set up now for the third game. I believe, as far as I'm aware, we are going to get interviews for this third game before we go into game 3. We'll hear from Solomon now as he's joined the call. Here we go.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Be introduced, but hello.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, we have a few things as well. I actually do need to talk to everyone as well. But let's talk to some people. We have obviously Surge Academy who won the match. We also have a bunch of Super Bowl. How many should I drag in? Let me drag in Burns, captain of Super Bowl. Burns, who else should I drag in with you? You had to choose 2 others.
Oh, I like Glizzy.
Uh-huh.
And Thomas.
Thomas?
Hello?
Thomas.
So these are your Super Bowlies.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Commiserations.
Yeah. It was unfortunate this is how your guys' season end. However, can always go next. It is the eternal, everlasting saying of Overwatch. Sometimes it is just to go next. But how do you guys think you did overall this season, not just in this game?
We did fantastic.
We improved a lot
Flawless.
over the season.
As a person, I improved dramatically.
Good.
As a coach, I'm also improved.
Man, everyone here did good. We just had a lot of player shifts. That was a problem. If we had the roster we have now for the entire season, I think we could have won this game.
Yeah.
It's no doubt that you guys have had a bunch of problems throughout the season. It's not been easy for any of you. So to actually make the improvement that you have is very commendable for all of your mentals. So congratulations for what you've achieved.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sometimes can feel like obviously a bit backhanded after just being knocked out to be like, oh, well done guys, but genuinely like if a lot of you can walk away saying you've improved individually, then that's all you need, because hey, if you've improved individually, you go next season, you join potentially a better team, a team that can click, a team that can stay together, and then you potentially do some damage. In particular, like I butchered your name, by the way, Burns, apologies for that. And it's literally a caster form. I just I didn't want too many tabs open because it genuinely cooked my internet. But overall, some good individual plays from everyone. Overall, like really clutch bomb from Blizzy on that Eichenwald one. That was almost game winning actually. And Burns the same on that McCree, hitting some really nice flanks, and the Tracer gameplay as well. So
yeah, Burns has been improving a lot. I'm really proud that he's been trying to improve like he has. I'm proud of everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Really, we all, despite of what happened and problems and whatever and roster changes.
yeah,
I think we did really well. Everyone's mentals was more or less unbreakable. At times, it might not have been that way, but overall we were pretty good. This map specifically, we trained really hard for. We grinded, we VOD reviewed, we VOD reviewed Search Academy, we did all this. And if this was like, the roster that they had previously, they probably would have gotten full held. But since we improved and we grinded, we actually wanted to do really well. We did well, and I'm proud of what we did. Even if we did get knocked out, I'm proud.
I think there's nothing to be ashamed of. I think you guys put everything out on the line there, and I think sometimes, especially with the roster problems, there is no shame in just admitting defeat to a better team, to a more well-practiced team, to a team that's been together for longer, to a team that's had coaching, had input, and obviously is essentially an academy team. So I think that's totally okay.
Yeah.
But best of luck to you all for the next season of the B League, or potentially see some of you guys in the A League.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you guys play. I'm glad that you guys have improved and it's not just been super stressful for you. I know it has been at times, but of course. But thank you so much. We will see you at another point. Who are you guys cheering on in the rest of the playoffs?
Clients.
Clients, yeah?
Probably.
Veteran Matrix.
You
Yeah,
get a
Vector
lot of that from B League. A lot of B League teams are looking towards Vector Matrix.
I want to see our B League fellow do well.
For sure.
Fair enough. Fair play.
Let me stop out then. Let me drag in Bant then, and we'll talk to Search Academy a little bit before our final game. Thank you so much, guys.
GG's. GG's, guys. Best of luck.
And here is Bant. I don't know if we have any else from Search Academy. But hello, Bant.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello. Obviously, congrats on the win. Clean 2-0. I wouldn't say
clean's a word.
yeah. I would clean 2-0 in maps, but that Icon Vault one definitely got scrappy.
Yeah,
I did notice. I did notice that you guys actually swapped roles. As far as I'm aware, you've been playing a lot of off time. So, what caused the swap over to MT, or is that a secret strat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a ball player. I come from Rhinebeck team. We've got 3 tanks now, with a lot of confidence on like 2 of them with a lot of confidence on Diva. So we kind of interchanged those out since Diva seems a little bit stronger with the May comp, but. You know, it's all kind of just a work in progress.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's lots to take from that game. Obviously, the games from out here are only going to get harder. How do you feel about going into the next game against Fortnite Pancake?
You know, I'm excited. I know my team's excited. Like we're all like we've been scrimming pretty well, pretty consistently. We've been happy with how things are looking. We're a confident team, having only really 1 loss to our name outside of, you know, mid-season. So, you know, we're kind of just riding that confidence into, you know, the sunset as far as we can make it. So, you know, just rolling.
I'll throw it over to Drayton to ask maybe a question or 2 about comps or something.
Yeah, so the ball switch was kind of interesting. I know you guys went back to the Ren Zarya or the Ren Diva standard meta on the defense, but I was kind of questioning the pick on offense because I know a lot of teams, when they have a lot of momentum going their way and they've won the first map, they're usually like, let's just shut them down on defense and give ourselves a win condition to what we have to do. But you guys went with the offense. You ran an entirely different comp. What was kind of the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, so our thought process with the Chaos comp, we call it, the Ball Diva stuff, is like, it takes a long time to die and the fights that it can take are very long. So in a time bank mode, if you can really find a way to crack first point with a lot of like, you know, like the Zen glass cannon stuff, and you can roll that through second a bit, we figured we'd have to run rush for third on Eichenwald there. But we're pretty confident in our, I guess, Ball Diva, Zen Mercy, all of that jazz. And we have Eli to frag out on Tracer however he wants, so letting him kind of do his thing is a pretty good strat for us, and it has pretty high returns. So yeah, it's kind of just a time bank thing, and beyond that, it's like if you can get the ultimates quickly, you know, it's easy to roll through ball through 6 rush.
Yeah, true. It provides so much disruption. There was obviously problematic, particularly on that second point hold, but really huge clutch from Eli. Eli, Missy, and
Pavey as well, with dead eyes all over the place. He's been crazy all season.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to ask is overall, again, just to reflect on the season before we move on, what has it been like playing as a part of an academy team that's involved getting like VOD reviews and all that sort of stuff? Like, what has it been like to sort of almost feel like a proper team system, especially at this level? Because I think it's quite rare.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've had fortunate enough to have, you know, Surge or Resurge above us, and, you know, people like Luminous, yourself, Jace, providing VOD review and coaching throughout the season. That has definitely helped us, you know, focus on areas where we can, as well as just, you know, teach us all how to kind of play the game a little bit in a more structured sense, which has, you know, we've all gotten so much better as the season's progressed. It has just been a lot of fun to play with that extra sense of structure and have comms and all that stuff. Way better than the ranked ladder. I'm sure I can speak for anyone who's played in a structured competitive sense that it's just a completely different game.
Yeah, that is what it's all about. I think when I first started getting into teams myself, it really was almost that. It was a completely different, like, almost hook of endorphins and adrenaline, being able to play in teams with people that you know and you know that want to win, as opposed to just going into ranked and having like a Bastion insta-lock on Gibraltar first on your team, for example.
We still have to talk Eli out of that, but, you know, he's better at listening as the season's gone on.
Yeah, that's all good. But I see you've had a positive experience so far. I'll go over that Eichenwald game on VOD.
Awesome. Can't wait.
At one point with us, I'll hand over to Drayton for any final questions. Probably where he gets to flame me for my coaching input, because there were probably some decisions that looked a bit forced on my end. So take the floor, Drayton. Go on.
I mean, I think you guys did really well. I think there was a couple points where I think both teams had some questionable ultimates. A lot of the it seemed like a lot of the time, as fights went down, the Ryans, especially like the Ryans, used their shatters even in like team fights that were already over or lost team fights. So kind of like, what was? I know that a lot of the time it's just like, oh, we're winning or oh, we're losing. I can shatter because Ryan, big hammer, go burr. I know that's my mentality on Ryan a lot, but
that's about the extent that I was going into it. With the way the DCs were running, I was like, I'd rather get it and use it than completely lose it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's shatter. You know, sometimes you just have to swing for the fences. You did hit a 5-man,
absolutely,
but unfortunately, there was no follow up. The pain of every Reinhardt, all in. So I don't have any questions left. As you can probably tell, my voice is slowly dying. It is 1 a.m. here, so I'm gonna have to jump off any second now. But before I give my thanks to everyone else, that's been it for me. Yeah, much appreciated. This was a lot of fun again. Glad I got to cast Surge Academy in particular. Glad I got to venture into B League. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on. TY Drayton for literally carrying my cast as usual. Just actually hard carrying me through the play-by-play, making my job really easy.
Scary.
GR Gamers, GR.
Yep. So next match is going to be Vector Matrix versus the Interns. Another casting duo is going to take over for us for that match, but it's been a lot of fun again. Having this opportunity. It's gonna be Mustard and Salsa casting our next match, so hoping you guys will stick around for that. I know I will, but it's been a lot of fun from us, so hoping you guys will stick around for this next match, and we will see you guys later.
Yeah, take care, guys. Peace.
Hello, everybody. I'm just here because I need to talk to you about a change that we've made for playoffs. Now, as you'll know, we talked about this earlier, and it was something that we were talking about beforehand when we were talking about this weekend is going to be very interesting. We've made a change to the group stage. It's not something we wanted to do, but as the scheduling is getting harder and harder, we've had to do it. So we have swapped a pair of teams between different groups. So the teams that swapped are the Solomon Island Sharks and Drip Difference. I can show you what the brackets and the groups now look like. If I can find the right scene. Here you go. So this is the difference, and you can see it's the top left group, which is Group A, and the bottom right group, which is Group D. These are the changes. The reason we did this is because of wholly incompatible scheduling. Now that these teams have swapped, we can actually schedule games. It would be almost impossible to do otherwise. It's something that we talked between staff, and we talked to both of these teams who approved this change. There is an argument that it changes the groups, but they could have randomly gone in this way anyway. We're not breaking anything here. It's not something you want to do, and it's not something, that it's annoying once you've drafted groups and we have to make a change like this. But we had to do it realistically. Since these changes, since these games were so hard to schedule, it now means that we can actually schedule the groups. So I just wanted to make you all aware. So that means that Sharks will be playing the winner of the next game, Vector Matrix versus Interns. And Group D has a change. Because Drip Diff is a higher seed than Molding, we're going to play the B-League team first. Molding will now be playing Sovereign first, and Drip Diff will be playing, that'll be Fortnite Pancake, right? So, yeah, I mean, obviously, it means that the dynamics of both A and D are different. I apologize for that. But I hope you can understand that whilst trying to fit this in one weekend, these are the sort of sacrifices that we have to make. I don't envision we need to do anything else other than this at this stage. As far as I'm aware, and the current plan, now that we have these done, is that it's basically split down the middle vertically. So Group A and Group C are going to be on Saturday, and Group B and Group D are going to be on Sunday. So left to Saturday, right to Sunday. That's the plan. Nothing's confirmed yet, and times will be confirmed later, but that is, at the moment, the temporary plan. And that's what we can do now that we have Drip Diff and Sharks across the other sides, because they cannot play on each other's days, okay? So, apologies for that. I know everyone's going to talk about everything, but this could have happened naturally. And because these teams are fairly similar in the standings, I'm happy with this change. So just wanted to make sure you're all aware. Next up, we have it's going to be a banger of a match. I hope you guys are ready. Next up is going to be Vector Matrix versus the Interns. You're going to love this game. This is going to be probably the closest game we're going to have today. It's going to be a proper brawl. I'll be with Mustard and Salsa in just a little bit. So don't go anywhere. Also, Sangirl, I love you. You're insane. Thanks for the 20 gifted subs. Jesus. Also, thanks to Gerald and QY both for subs as well. Very poggers. We'll be right back. We just need to do a few things. Next game coming up very soon.
Can't get rid of us that easily.
All
My name's
right.
Salsa. I'm with Mustard, and today we have the last game of B League, of the qualifiers, at least to pools.
Yeah,
it is a great match, by the way. We have Vector Matrix and the Interns, and this is the 4-5 seed match, and they already went close in their previous match in the round robin. This will be a very possible upset for the Interns here, and I think it'll be very interesting to see how this can shake up our pools going forward for the tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah, I believe the winner of this match goes into the group that was actually just recently mentioned. I believe it's the group that has the swap with Daydream, I believe.
I believe so. I have to check the new bracket. So hold up one second. Yes, the winner of this will play Solomon Island Sharks in the group A. So they will play tomorrow. Loser goes home. So
yeah,
you definitely want to win this match.
Yeah, and both these teams played, I believe, last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Check on it. 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago, and it was 2-1 for Vector Matrix. And
yeah, that match was super close. I mean, the end, it went down to the wire. The end of Lijiang was like one fight. It was one fight determined the entire series, and honestly, it was probably one of my favorite matches of B League to watch this entire season. And I'm glad that we can get a rematch of it today here. There is quite an unfortunate development for both teams. Both these teams are down a player, with Vector Matrix being down Seal CEO, a support player, and the Interns being down the famous Haitian Homie, tank player. Which will be interesting how everything pans out. The Interns have Bing Bong filling for Haitian Homie, and no one will be filling for Seal CEO for Vector Matrix. So it'll be interesting how both these teams play, without missing pieces of their roster.
Yeah, I mean, I think the addition of Bing Bong to the Interns is pretty important. I think I'm pretty sure they're in A League, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
they have
Mr. Majesty.
Some like an increase in their kind of level of play potentially, but at the cost of some team cohesion. It'll be interesting how that affects this at such a critical hour at the brink of elimination.
Oh yeah, indeed. And both these teams, I mean, like, I can see either of these teams winning today. I mean, like, the games today, they've all been exciting. Like Seal Squad took Fortnite Pancake to a map 3, took them to the brink, and Super Balled, almost claiming their second map win of the season right here in playoffs. So let's hope this game can be just as exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be just inherently. 4-5 seeds are always very interesting. And I think, I mean, we know these teams have gone close, so it'll be see how they have adapted. We're about to get into game here, and yeah, nothing. It's on Busan. We're on Mecha base, and it'll be interesting to see what the interns want to run. If they're going to kind of do what they would normally want to do, or if they're going to try to run something different to accommodate Bing Bong on their tank line.
Indeed, and it'll be interesting. Bing Bong is just going to be playing the main tank here, so he will just, directly replace Haitian Homie. Both teams running out on fairly similar comps, actually mirror compositions. Yeah. Especially here on Mecha Base, it's just big, rush map, and yeah.
Certainly, I mean it's
this will be a
solid composition, and we'll roll out right now.
Yeah, both teams just headed to that general just high ground point that you always want to fight for here. Fire strikes going both ways. The wall from Cool Pika is a little off, but Trisky falls very low, able to stay alive, and investing the immortality field from both teams here. Now it's a battle of who's the better main tank. Looks like Bing Bong will be getting that one as Trisky falls, Turtle getting taken out, and Vector Matrix is just gonna have to go back to spawn as the interns take a decisive first fight win.
Definitely. I mean, we saw it was just some great aggression, like by the interns, particularly led by Bing Bong, just trying to force Vector Matrix to push back more and more, and making it so that the supports could have less and less room to really heal their tanks until they just fell and lost the fight. Let's see if they can do that again. Great peel for Trisky right there.
The freeze out onto Bing Bong, able to stay alive through the immortality field and the window invested from Ippy, and it looks like Vector Matrix are gonna have to go back to spawn once again. That was a really good wall on the Bing Bong actually from Chimura in there.
It was good, just unfortunately not good enough. The rest of the interns were there to punish anything else they wanted to do.
Yeah, that window helped them bust that wall, so Vector Matrix can capitalize on it on time. As it looks like they're going to go for a little bit of an off angle going to the other side. The wall from Cool Pika not really able to get much. High noons from both teams, a window from Vector Matrix. Looks like Zul's the only one to claim someone with the high noon, and another one. But Vector Matrix with the man advantage here. It looks like Zul's looking to turn that one into the intern's advantage here as he takes out another player. And it looks like, yeah, the interns are able to turn that one. Bing Bong getting involved in the fight. I mean, Vector Matrix looked up on that, especially investing more ultimates. Like what they had high noon and window there.
Definitely. Really a big aspect of that was the interns kind of played around the walls and made sure that Vector Matrix couldn't get a sight on them, and they all kind of congealed towards the couple people left on Vector Matrix on point, and just didn't allow them to finish the cap. Just great play by the interns so far.
Yeah, Vector Matrix are gonna have to go for the point. A big shatter from Trisky. The lamp from Ippy is out on time, but is unable to really do anything about it. Looks like the interns are able to kill off Vector Matrix and able to take a 100-0 here on Mecha Base.
Yeah.
That was a big shatter. That was a big shatter.
A nice way to stop anyone touching. We'll be heading to a city center now, and I mean, we're gonna see a big difference in composition. Obviously, this is not as much of a rush; it's more of a dive map. But I think if you're Vector Matrix, you really do not want to allow Bing Bong to do anything at this point. That's kind of have to be your focus, because he did
Vector
some nasty
Matrix,
stuff last round.
Vector Matrix, though, they are both playing mirror comps here. Eden Hall should be switching over to that Mercy fairly soon. Just get a amp out of spawn. Both teams are skirmishing. But Bing Bong is in your backline. What do you do if you are Vector Matrix? Looks like Ippy getting the better of his counterpoint, able to take out Moonfish. Trisky dying in the back line. They are able to kill Ippy, and both Zenyatas are rezzed. However, I don't think Vector Matrix really can do anything. They are down their main tank, so they're going to have to back it up here and go next.
I mean,
oh wait, but as I say that, wait, Jamoran able to take out Ippy there. That might be the opening VM needs. Kulpika also falling, and Shadowcast down. No healing for the Interns. It should just be a quick cleanup here from Vector Matrix, but if the Interns can stall this one out, that will be humongous for them. They do have the capture point, so I mean, you stall it out, it'll always be great, but
yeah,
does not look like they can do much there.
Yeah, just a really good re-engagement from Jamoran. Let Vector Matrix back into this fight, which they kind of lost. Like, they lost that beginning, but pretty badly. Just a fantastic way to bounce back. And now they're taking a very aggressive stance to try to hold this point up again. And Interns have to rotate around, which is just good. That's just great positioning. And they'll prepare for this next fight.
Yeah, and it looks like the engage here from Bing Bong. Not really going to be able to get anything, as it looks like Jamoran's looking for a stick, but will he be able to get it on a target he wants? Does not look like he will, but they are able to kill off Ippy in the midst of all the chaos. And the duplicate from Obi-Wan, just making sure his team can stay nice and beefy, and using the self-destruct as well. Oh, picking up 2! So, as it seems, it looks like Interns don't have to go back to spawn with that one.
Yeah, just great play. I mean, Obi-Wan got in there and beat him down. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, roughed him up. I mean, I think it was also it was a bit of a rough engagement. I think Ippy dying early was a really rough event, and just getting pressured by Jamoran so much before the pulse even came out was just really rough for the state of the fight. And we're gonna have to see them protect Ippy a lot more here. Ippy's already very low going into this fight. You do not want to have to pull out that trance early.
There it is, the duplicate engage from Kulpika. They're able to pick off Obi-Wan, the self-destruct from Turtle, just to zone everyone off the point. They pick off Eden Hall in the meantime. So Vector Matrix are going to be down players. They do have they are mostly done with the capture point, so this is a good time to just kind of reset, make sure you don't overspend any ults if you're Vector Matrix, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that was a 2-for-1 in ultimates for the Interns. So you spend 2, you get 1 out, and you get the point. And with the amount of percentage you have left, you had to do that. You only really had that was your last fight, so it was fine. We're gonna see another re-engagement here as the team's kind of just stagger for some point control. Really, just making.
Oh, the nice 1v1 duel. Can we get a run back on that one? Jamoran taking out Zul there. Zul still with the pulse bomb, so that could be huge if you are Vector Matrix. You are up in ultimates. Ippy having to invest the Transcendence just to stay alive. However, Moonfish gets picked off with his Transcendence alive, so this will be an issue if you are Vector Matrix, but Trisky falls as well. But in post-mortem, taking out Shadowcast, Ippy falling. Eden Hall, though, no healing for either team here, SatView, with the duplicate self-destruct. Not even duplicate, just a self-destruct, my apologies. And it looks like the Interns are going to be able to win this fight out, about 80% on the capture if you are the Interns.
Yeah, this is last fight, and it's really 1 ult to 1 ult. Can Trance do it? I'm not 100% sure, and Kulpika is already pretty close to another duplicate if they even get the
Valkyrie. Yeah.
Yes.
Bing Bong with the minefield looking to zone people off. Will Moonfish use the Transcendence to clear it? Will anyone be able to touch? Trisky will. As the final fight ensues here. Trisky falling to the minefield though. Moonfish, you have to clear that with your Transcendence if you are in this scenario. But Obi-Wan picking off Pika. Oh, they let him get the res off. Oh, he has the duplicate up. Obi-Wan picking off Ippy could be big, and Shadowcast falling. No healing for the Interns. Eden Hall still up for Vector Matrix. This is still winnable for either team, as Kulpika is still in the duplicate form with the self-destruct. We'll be able to zone off Vector Matrix. Will it be enough? He picks off 2! And there it is. Interns taking a clean 2-0 here on Busan against Vector Matrix.
I mean, yeah, solid play from the Interns, and some just very interesting ways to handle some of the ways that Vector Matrix were trying to put pressure on them. Just very solid decision making.
That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it for sure.
It's one way to put it. Just yeah, great play. And we will be moving into what I believe is hybrid.
Hybrid map will be next. I believe it is the losers team's pick. So we will see what Vector Matrix pick here for their map. Sorry, I was applying text there as we switch back to our cams. I do apologize. And there will be some substitutions coming in. Titan, formerly known as Yoshi, will be subbing in for Sat B on the side of the interns. And I believe there will be a sub for Vector Matrix. We'll see what it is in just a moment. But that match, overall, I think that was just very clean if you are the interns. Looks like Chicken Nugget God will be coming in for Turtle for Vector Matrix. But that was just clean. That was just clean from the interns. Just clean.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, go ahead.
It doesn't seem like there's much of a difference of, like, the team's stability without their normal main tank and without Haitian Homie. It seems like Bing Bong kind of has elevated the team, and they're just playing up, like playing along with Bing Bong enough to just keep the train going, and that's exactly what you want to do if you're the interns and looking to make it further into the group stage.
Yeah, and I can't really pin down how much of that was just Bing Bong and how much of that was just the interns just playing so much more cohesively as a group, just as a team. They look a lot more together, they look a lot more ready, more cohesive than they have been in past weeks. And I think that's a strong showing if you are the interns going into the playoffs here, and a chance to prove yourselves against A-League teams if you are able to pick up this map, which will be Eichenwald. We will be going into Eichenwald for our next map here, the Vector Matrix map pick.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the kind of the dive that VM wants to play generally it's a good call to play.
Yeah, they had the mirror match there. They had the mirror match up there.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really think there's any other map that would be much better for them. Like, all of them kind of don't fully allow them to play with exactly what they normally would want to play, especially with Chicken Nugget God in the lineup. So it'll be interesting to see if they have a game plan for this map or not.
Oh yeah, and with that, it's like it'll be interesting. I mean, I want to see what Vector Matrix pull out. I want to see, I want to see if they can prove themselves. I mean, they weren't looking super strong on the rush mirror. They weren't looking super strong on the dive mirror either when we went to Busan downtown. So it will be interesting to see what comp Vector Matrix rolls out on here.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I believe they will be attacking first here. So
yeah, so we do get to see the VM attack.
Yeah, and I mean, we know Chicken Nugget God probably going to play the ball. Might play the Rhine, but I think that's more of what Trisky wants to do anyways.
Yeah, looks like they will probably be going for a rush here. I mean, Chicken Nugget God primarily playing Diva, I believe, in the B League.
Yeah, Diva and Ball has been the name too.
Diva Ball. So we should expect to see a dive comp coming out from Vector Matrix. Interns might be sticking with their rush comp. They look really strong on it, and it looks like that is what they will be doing. Rolling out on the rush here on defense. You do have the Diva if you are the interns to kind of counter that dive if they try to poke you out. It'll be interesting to see what comps people roll out on. I want to see the Chimoran Genji. Okay, Chimoran. Okay, you have to walk out of spawn with that one, buddy. I want to see Genji here. I want to see Genji here.
Oh, please.
Please.
We all want to see it. We all want to see it. Everyone here.
It'll be. I really hope they do.
It's been 6 seconds. I'm looking. My entire attention. Oh no! I'm Tracer.
Aw, Tracer.
Brutal.
Oh,
all right. Well, we all know who's lost in our hearts already. But getting to the actual match that matters, we see Vector Matrix getting ready to kind of find their place to dive in and get to this point. The interns all playing around.
As it's called.
Staging.
It'll be interesting to see how they break this kind of like this glob of the rush from interns. They're just gonna try and poke them out here, which is the name of the game if you are Vector Matrix. Poke them out, disrupt them. Chimoran gets stunned but unable to get taken out, but they are able to take out Zool on the side of the intern. So it looks like that's the opening the Vector Matrix needs. Chicken Nugget God's all frozen up, able to stay alive. However, Titan losing his mech should be the end of it, but Chicken Nugget God also losing his mech in return. Interns are putting up a good hold here. Chimoran does get taken out. Trisky getting pinned. Ooh, but they trade out for Ippy. I don't know if you want to do that if you're interns, but it looks like they're able to drive away the rest of Vector Matrix. Oh, yeah, cool Pika. Oh, nasty shots.
Yeah, I mean, originally I was going to say Vector Matrix was doing some great peel. I mean, Shimorn kind of got caught out. They peeled for him and got a pick from it. Like, they picked Zool. So that, like, it was great play from Vector Matrix to begin the engagement. They just couldn't really sustain that presence to stop the interns from making a comeback. And unfortunately, they don't even get any progress on the point.
Indeed. So Vector Matrix looking to come back in again. They do have Transcendence, Pulse Bomb, and Copy. Looks like Obi-Wan picking off Zool here will be the go ahead for Vector Matrix. They're going to invest the Copy. They're going to invest the Shatter, a Blizzard from the interns just to freeze up everyone, and a Shatter from Bing Bong, making sure Obi-Wan can't do anything in his duplicate. Copying the Reinhardt there. Chicken Nugget got getting demeched using the self-destruct to regain his mech. But will he do it? There it is. Ippy falling. Obi-Wan also falling. That's not good if you're Vector Matrix. Moonfish Shimoran will get taken out. So it looks like they're able to pick up a tick. So Vector Matrix cannot lose this map now if they're unable to continue attacking. They will not lose the map.
You mean they won't draw the map?
They cannot draw the map. However,
they can win it.
Yeah, they can still lose. They can still lose, but they can't draw the map. Can still lose, but they can't draw the map. So unless they full cap, we won't be seeing a map for Sag.
I mean, they could draw an escort.
You could. Well, this is the last map. It's first to 2 if interns win. So
I mean, if I'm saying if Vector Matrix win the game. But
oh yeah, well, draw an escort. I would like to see it. If there's any game that can happen, it'll be this one.
All right.
On the topic of this game, Trisky rolling into the backline, dropping the minefield, forcing Shadowcast to use a beat and the lamp from Ippy just to make sure they don't die to that. Chicken Nugget God losing his mech, but Obi-Wan copying D.Va just to make up for that void. The nice self-destruct there, but the High Noon from Zool able to zone enough players of Vector Matrix away, picking up 3 during that fight there. So again, Vector Matrix getting sent back to spawn. 30 seconds left. This will be their last attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a great last attack. You have trance if you're like, if you have bomb if you're lucky, pulse bomb and trance, and that trance has to be used to stop this blizzard, or you lose the game. This is dire straits for Vector Matrix and their hope for playoffs.
Yeah, so if you're Vector Matrix, you do have to hope heroics happen here. Chimoran misses the stick. Oh, and gets taken out. Oh, you can't have that happening if you're Vector Matrix. Chicken Nugget God getting demeched. Moonfish with the Transcendence, hoping to keep his team topped up. He'll be able to save Trisky from the jaws of death, but the Titan with 3. Nah, that's it. That's over. If you're Vector Matrix, 56.7% will be all you're getting here on attack on Eichenwald.
I mean, what do you say after that? Like,
yeah, I mean,
just brutal.
I just think that Vector Matrix didn't have enough target focus there against the interns. They're like, you're trying to run a dive into like this rush comp. It involves a lot of careful coordination just to make sure you're focusing a target fast enough. Because with these rush comps, you have a lot of sustain, a lot of, just a lot of healing. You have Baptiste, you have Immortality Field as well. You just have to be able to single someone out, and it's hard to do when you're globbed up in a rush comp. And Vector Matrix didn't have enough target focus there. I don't think they were able to really single out a target enough just to really win the fight decisively. Which is the issue when you're running this dive composition. If you can't get that pick, you're done for. you're going to lose.
And we see the interns coming out on, like, at least readying up in the lobby for attackers on a dive-ish composition.
Will we see the Pharah though?
We see a Pharah, but also I kind of feel this is a little bit of BM, because they could just run Rush and probably
Just
smash
win the
like
map
they've
in,
done
like,
for
a
3
minute,
maps.
yes.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Because
I mean,
when you
I'm
run the
always
rush
a
on
fan.
attack, because you have to move through, like, you know, enemy territory, that it's a lot easier to single someone out if you are rushing against a dive on attack. It is easier to get your backline kind of taken over if you don't rotate properly, which is probably what the Interns were thinking about here, as Bing Bong gets chunked down instantly at the expense of Chicken Nugget God's mech. And Chimorin picking off Ippy, so that is good news if you're a Vector Matrix. You are gonna slit on the Interns. Cool Pika on the Pharah though. I mean, the Interns are the Clients B-League team, and the Clients are captained by Recurve, the Pharah gamer. However, it does not look like Recurve has coached Cool Pika much. Losing that duel against OB1, he is going to swap to the Echo character now. So a mirror matchup here from both teams. Nice repeat of what we've seen. I mean, it's only been mirror matches so far this match. As OB1 gets dangerously low, able to get taken out, but trading out Ippy, which is honestly better if you're Vector Matrix, as Chicken able to get Titan after he gets demeched. So I think that's a good trade if you are a Vector Matrix.
I think the timing of that trade was very important. Ippy actually got killed in his own backline. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan got killed in the Intern's backline, so Obi-Wan was not resable. Ippy was, but there was so much chaos during the fight that was already happening that Interns couldn't go and res Ippy and probably win that fight right there.
Wake up, babe. New Chimorin, I was gonna say Pulse Bomb, but never mind. He just killed Zul. Oh, New Chimorin Pulse Bomb. There it is on the Ippy. Oh, babe, wake up. New Chimorin Pulse Bomb, and there it is. So it looks like a clean, just a decisive win from Vector Matrix off the back of Chimorin, putting the team on his back for that fight.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying that... Wait.
Pause. Any pausers? Ippy has swapped. Shadowcast has swapped.
Many
Looks like they're going to be looking to go for the rush comp here. I think Big Bong wanted to use
dive
Minefield. Dive rush. This is looking like my solo queue games right about now from the Interns. I think Bing Bong just wants to use the Minefield because Minefield is such a impactful ultimate, but I guess not. Yeah, so
and here comes
full
the
comp
rush.
swap here.
No, I don't understand. I don't think that this rush composition coming out now with only 90 seconds left is a great idea. You're not going to get any ultimates unless you completely smash through, and at that point you were going to win anyways.
Yeah,
but you're not
if Vector Matrix can rotate their ults well enough and they're able to get these nice, crucial early picks, I think the Interns... I don't think that's the move you want to make, as Trisky able to get a pick off those mines. The copy from Obi-Wan, just able to get the zoning self-destruct out on the D.Va copy there, as looks like Interns losing another fight. I mean, you do pick up some ultimates. Zul does have the High Noon, Titan does have the self-destruct, but that's about all you're gonna get. You might be able to build up a window and possibly a shatter. And this is last fight here for the Interns against Vector Matrix. They still have self-destruct, Pulse Bomb, which has been very huge from Chimorin lately in today's match, and Moonfish with the fight-turning Transcendence. So
this is going to be
interesting to see how Interns are able to, do or die for Interns.
Not for Interns, for Vector Matrix. They lose this fight, they're out of the game. The tournament.
Nice early bomb from Titan to zone people off the point. Looks like it's able to get Trisky picked off, but they can't do anything because Titan also gets picked. But you still have the main tank if you are the Interns. You are down a lamp. Now the window coming out with the Fire Strike, and it'll pick anyone up. The High Noon picks off Chimorin. Trisky is back on the ball. Chicken Nugget got getting demexed. Looks like he's gonna go for the self-destruct. Picks off Zul. That might be big for Vector Matrix. A lot of damage has been taken out if they're able to get the May before that Blizzard comes up. Vector Matrix have a chance to win this. The Shatter on the Moonfish, and Trisky getting stunned up. Oh, the beat from Shadowcast and the Blizzard. And no one is left from Vector Matrix to be on the point.
Chimoran's the last offense here.
Chimoran,
and it does
the
not.
last
It
one.
seems like it won't matter. They already get the tick. Here, the supports
Yeah,
have
the
to
tick
come in.
is
It won't
done.
matter.
Can Moonfish touch? No. And the Interns picking up a fast and clean 2-0 against Vector Matrix here.
I mean,
I mean, both these teams looked so competitive in their Week 4 match. Like, they were neck and neck. And today, it just looked like the Interns were just the better team. There was,
yeah,
like,
I mean, I think it's very easy to partially at least bring it up to Bing Bong Diff. And I don't think that's a wrong statement. But I think it's also just, in general, you see a lot more consistent target selection from the Interns. They know where they want to dive onto if they're playing dive. They know how they want to rush into the enemy composition if they're playing rush. And they know how to kind of spread the resources as well. And I didn't see that as much from Vector Matrix. And
yeah,
it was just very chaotic for what they were trying to play, which is unfortunate.
That's well said. Well said. I mean, Interns looked like they had the target focus on lockdown. Vector Matrix looks really shaky. I mean, a lot of times, especially when you're trying to dive against a rush comp, that if you don't all in, if you just can't focus anyone down, you're not going to be able to get any picks, and you're just going to die before you can make anything happen.
Yeah, I mean,
the purpose of a dive comp.
At the same time, I do want to still say, like, we were about to have a fuller hold. Let's be clear about that.
Oh, yeah. That was super close from Vector Matrix. If they were able to rotate their ults, I think just a little bit better, because I think Interns there, they had the advantageous position. The zoning self-destruct really did help them out to provide Interns with that, just that advantageous positioning. They were able to set up the window, the high noon, and it just kind of zoned a Vector Matrix into areas that they didn't really want to go in, that I feel like if you were Vector Matrix going into that last engagement, you needed to be on the aggression. You needed to make an aggressive dive, because otherwise you just lose the fight on point.
I mean, there was one time, like in that last fight, Trisky died, dove in and got killed while they were getting a pick onto, I think, their Zen. And I was like, that's you can't res that. They don't have res. They're not playing Mercy. Yet Edenhall's not resing their ball to be able to play and kind of hold that space on the point until after, like, Trisky arrives from the high noon once it gets triggered, which already killed Chimoran, so you're down another person. It was just unfortunate kind of carousel of someone's down a player when they don't need to.
Yeah, but definitely that was a very close Eichenwald. I mean, it was about to be a fuller hold if you were Vector Matrix. That was impressive stuff. I mean, 56% is not a lot to hold, especially on a map like Eichenwald. So very good stuff coming out from both teams here. And on the topic of both teams, we have some interviews with some Interns players. Can we bring them here? Hello, welcome Titan and Zool. Hello.
Hey.
How are you all doing?
I mean, you guys hot off a win. I mean, that was just a clean match from the Interns. I mean, how do you guys feel? I mean, especially you guys were down a player. I mean, how does that feel? Just being able to win in that scenario.
I mean, it just feels good, and that once we have Haitian back, I just feel like we're just going to be a bit more stronger than we were against other teams during the regular season.
True.
Yeah. I mean, how was it? I mean, how was it like? I mean, like, just you guys narrowly lost to Vector Matrix in week 4. Very close to 1 down to the final fight, and now you guys are able to just convincingly beat them in a 2-0. So how do you feel? Just I guess that improvement arc.
2 weeks ago, we were very mad about that loss. It did have a lot of motivation for us to win this game, especially when we knew we were getting the rematch last week. Like, I really wanted our team to win. It's very sad that Haitian couldn't be here to experience this with us, but we go again whenever groups are, and we'll hopefully have Haitian back. So,
well, speaking of groups, you'll be playing Sharks tomorrow. That's going to be your group, and they play and Group A plays tomorrow. So, do you think you'll be ready for that matchup tomorrow. Potentially one of the first matches we play.
Ooh, the Jin crack pipe. Waiting to see it. We just
I wanna see. Do you guys think you guys are gonna be able to overcome the Gen crack pipe tomorrow?
Only time will tell. So
only time will tell. All right.
Alrighty.
Hey, we don't count ourselves out. We're always in this. So
that is true. And I just wanna very briefly touch on the Pharah pick there on Eichenwald. What was your team thinking about that going into the attack?
I don't think there was much thinking in it. It was
you locked it just cause, for the honor recurve, the lost father of the interns.
Well, Pika has played fair pretty much all season, so that happens.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, you guys have anything you want to say to the audience? I mean, you guys, yeah.
Buff Genji.
No, don't buff Genji. Don't. I don't want to go through this in scrims. No.
All right, I see.
All right.
I see. All right, yeah, I think that's it from what we have for you guys here. Anything?
Thank you, Interns.
Anything?
More check askers. Thank you, Interns. Congrats on proceeding through to groups.
Yep. Thank you.
That was. I mean, it's clear to see that you guys have improved. People can cry about whatever they want, but there was exceptional plays from everyone on your roster, and we saw that with many different players. It seemed like this coaching that you guys have had has paid off, and even from when you guys met these guys in week 4, you can see that it's just a different game. So congratulations, welcome to groups. We'll see you tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know when.
We go again. Let's go.
Go again. Fucking roll some A-Leaguers. Let's go.
Yep.
We go again.
You're with the big boys now.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yep. All right. Let me throw him out. I almost threw out Mustard there. I want to say big thanks to Mustard Sauce, obviously. This is all we have for today. So if I show you the schedule, I'm just gonna. He says, "Whilst it's not even here. I got it here. Where is it?
Mod check schedule.
Where is it? I don't only see it. Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
So this means Fortnite, Pancake, Surge Academy, and the interns will make it through to group stage. Now, I'm gonna update this literally as I'm talking. This is the bracket. Obviously, haven't actually fixed it yet. This is the B League playoffs bracket. So, as we said, the final matches, the final 3 matches, so the semifinals and the finals aren't going to happen. They're not scheduled yet. They may happen as a postseason thing, like in an All-Stars weekend or something. We will gather back the gang for the top 4 and crown our winner. Let me put this in. So Daydream versus Interns. Beautiful. So that will happen at some point. But what this does mean is we know our top 4, and the top 4 of Daydream, Interns, Fortnite, Pancake, and Surge Academy make their way to groups. Let's show the groups, actually. One sec. That button, those buttons. Boop, boop, bap, boop, boop, bap.
Damn, you caught me drinking water. God damn it. God dang it, Solomon.
So Interns will head into Group A. Let me find that match. Yeah, Group A. They will face the Solomon Island Sharks in their first game. We'll also have in Group B, I think, is Night Drive versus Surge Academy. Group C will have PXP versus Daydream, and Group D, you'll see Fortnite, Pancake taking on Dripdiff in the first round. We explained how this group system works. The 4 groups, the first, it's kind of double elim. First, the teams to win 2 matches will head through to the playoffs bracket, and that'll be next weekend. So, yeah, a lot more information coming soon. We're going to be scheduling all of these after this broadcast. So we'll ping out in the Discord server. Make sure you're inside the server so you know when all these games are happening. We will do that tonight so you guys know exactly when you guys are playing. It's going to be messy tomorrow. We're going to have a bunch of different casters. We're going to have a bunch of different staff. It's going to be all hands on deck. So please bear with us. We'll do our best to get a really nice group stage done. Congratulations to our top 4 B-Leagues, of course. Let me show you this are the standings as they were. We have 1, 2, 3, and 5 who made it through. So B-League doing well. I'm hoping to see them take some really close fights, especially the teams that have peaks, right? You saw Interns there with some really nice DPS plays, and you see Daydream who just pop off everywhere because their team is stacked. I hope to see them bring some close matches. I think that's it. I think that's all we have today. Let me just put cameras back on. Like, I'm not even.
Yeah, that's about. I think that's basically all we have. I mean, today was impressive games. I mean, a lot of us expected, much more one-sided affairs, like especially with Fortnite Pancake and Surge Academy. I don't think that many people expected Super Bowl to come out and almost take a map off of the second seeded Surge Academy. And no one expected Seal Squad to play Fortnite Pancake so close. It was pretty down to the wire. It was a very amazing match. And
as chat are highlighting, it does mean we say goodbye officially to Seal Squad, Super Bowl, and Vector Matrix, who are now out of the tournament. They have been eliminated. They won't be in groups. They won't be in playoffs. So that's the end of the line for them until we see them again for a possible B League playoffs at the end of the season.
Still they'll be eliminated because it's only single
they've been
elimination.
eliminated. So for everyone, for all the fans out there, thank you guys for supporting Bad Patch Mario League during this season. And yeah, that's just the last you'll see of those 3 teams: Seal Squad, Vector Matrix, and Super Bald. And
thank you to all those teams, and we spoke to most of them during the broadcast today to get their final thoughts. We may make content on that as well during the next few days.
I don't think we were able to get any Vector Matrix players in here.
No, it's understandable. There were obviously people are aware of the situations with their game. I think it took a lot of their mentals. So that's the sort of thing we will do, and we'll iterate on, especially making ringers declared and making sure they're available and obvious. It didn't make a matter in that game, realistically. Apart from the very final fight, but yeah.
Unfortunately, we were unable to say "Wake up, babe, new Haitian homie shatter." Maybe we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know when
join
Haitian
us
homie is around, but yes.
Yeah.
But yes, so we don't have a schedule
tomorrow.
right now, so I can't show you a schedule screen of tomorrow. But you know that the games, we will have 10 games tomorrow. We will have 10 games tomorrow. We'll have 10 games on Sunday, and it will be these 20 that will be finished by the end of the weekend. There is less. There fucking chickens putting me off. Shush. Yeah, so this will be over 2 streams tomorrow. We'll be on the BPL channel and on Victor's channel because he'll be hosting the B stream. We have a lot of guests planned. We have a lot of streams.
If I'm not mistaken, we go from. I believe we're going from top 20 to top 12. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so this so after this, yes, you will be left with the top 12. So 8 teams make it out of groups, and they will get seeded into the playoffs bracket. Do you have the playoffs bracket on hand? That'd be great.
No, but I might be able to do it really quickly. Let me see.
Because again, for a lot of people out there, a lot of people that might not really that might get a little confused. I mean, playoff structure is slightly confusing. That regular season standings still matter. So if you make it out of group stage for the playoffs, your opponent that you'll be seeded against is determined based on your regular season seeding. So,
however, what side of the sides of bracket though are not. If you still lose a game in your pool, you still are sent to the losers bracket.
Yeah,
if
so
you make it out that scratch, you're still in.
This is the bracket
winners.
so far. As you can see, the top 4 teams, Catboy, Research, Sydney, and Clients, are already through. So they are straight into the top of the bracket. Everyone who wins their groups will be in against them, and then everyone who comes second in their groups is not shown on there, but they will be in the lower bracket as well. So, this is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work. So obviously, bear with us, and we'll do our best. But that's all from us today. A big thank you to everyone who helped out today at a pretty short notice, and it's going to be the same for the rest of the weekend. We need to full speed ahead on this, so we'll do our best. Thank you to Mustard also for taking us to this last game, and for Jason and Drayton earlier today.
Thank everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thank you to
Insane Girl. Lots of gift subs.
I had
Big
Liver
from you.
and I had Mark on Ops today. They were helping me out, and I had like all the lobby admins just sat and voiced to me. So thanks to all of them. And thanks to everyone, all of the other stuff behind the scenes. That's it from us tonight. Again, make sure you're following the stream. We're at 930 followers. We're almost at 1K. Isn't that crazy?
BPL the 1K. Let's get it trending on Twitter, guys. I believe.
Come on,
I believe. Let's make it happen. Come on.
Yeah, we'll
Everyone.
see you all tomorrow. I don't know exact times. It's going to be fairly similar times. So it's going to be afternoon, evening. We might have to go earlier, especially because we have 5 matches in a row. But stay in the Discord so you're up to date. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.